interact with it. Hold on, I'll make you
Hell
all owners. Make you all owners of it. We'll go over it at the beginning of the session after we do all our other beginning of the session stuff. Should be in a folder called Airships and Leviathans. Yeah.
Shit, spoilers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can't see the other stuff there.
There's fucking airships in this game?
Oh, no. Yeah. Damn. They figured it out.
Spoil.
No.
Spoil.
Is it a spoiler if you're just kind of dumb?
Yeah, it is. It still is.
That's an accessibility thing, all right? Like that, you know. And we do have to take that into consideration, you know. And I have over the years. I have. All right. So let me head back to the main page where you guys are, and we're gonna roll a factspiration question here. Let's see. And I was hanging out with Jesus Christ at lunch, and I told him about Lex's rolls, and I said, this boy deserves good rolls. He wants to be happy. And Jesus said he's going to look out for you tonight. So...
No happiness here. Only pain. Only pain.
I don't know.
Let's go.
This is like,
okay.
this is
All
gonna be
right.
like
Wow.
a Job situation where he's just putting you through the fucking ringer, Legs.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
He's
Surprise,
like, nah,
there's no happy ending.
my dude will still roll dice, even if he's shit at it.
Okay, this is a pretty good one
I'll
for
make
early
it to the
game.
other side one day.
Appearance. If your character had the opportunity to change their appearance drastically, would they? Why or why not? It doesn't actually tell us
Joke's on them,
what,
I do.
what you would look like. It just says, would you change it? Why or why not? So that's interesting. So while you ruminate on that, would anybody for a third hero point and a third hero card draw? I'd like to sum up what happened last week.
Oh, that was almost a 20.
Oh, 16 on my end.
I was really hoping the Laritz would do it. No, Laritz wasn't around.
You'd be surprised. He's done it
I have
before.
done. I have.
He's done it before.
I did watch the session, but I thought
Yeah.
I'd leave it to the people who were here.
All right, song about what happened.
All right, so we take some time to gather the remaining parts needed for our airship. Completely on the lower floor, mostly in the boss room itself. After a rest, actually we went up a floor, and then we decided no, and then we went back down a floor, and then we rested, during which we engaged in deep philosophical discussions. But after that rest, we went up and we salvaged the 2 cranes, because we figured we could probably do some dope shit with them. We then assist the water goddess with freeing the trapped river, which gets us a bunch of pluses, and water goddess will remember that in green at the top of the screen. But also then directly afterwards it said water goddess is now deactivated for the foreseeable future. But at least when she gains her power back, she'll like us, rather than she would have stayed powerful and not liked us. When we finally got back to the ship, we realized that the ship had been attacked while we were gone. Any functional equipment has been stolen, along with most of the crew, the only 2 remaining being Captain Reese and Billy Bong. Both were dead, but then actually no, both were completely fine, more or less. I mean, they weren't completely fine, but they were fine enough to where they weren't dead, which in Pathfinder, which is video game logic, means they were fine. We find out what happened via Captain Reese and Billy Bong, and then we spent most of the rest of the session really out of character deciding on ship rolls and which augments we wanted to prepare in the week plus of time it's going to take to rebuild the airship, as well as deciding that we were going to rechristen it, actually with Captain Reese's blessing, into the Sky Haven.
That's a good recap. All right, go ahead and take your third hero point and your third hero card draw. Would anybody like to answer the Factspiration question for a D3 that you can add to a D20 roll during the session, and then the ability to ask the same question to any willing PC or NPC you've met during your adventure. Alright, going once, going twice. We need to see a roll off. Get that roll off going. Uh-oh. Alright,
Hell yeah,
gold leaf.
200% of your roll.
Jesus is working. Alright.
Double digits. Gold Leaf, if he had the opportunity to change his appearance, he would. Or drastically change his appearance. I guess it really kind of depends on what drastically would mean. Like, would I be a completely different
You'd be
race looking, or
unrecognizable. Would be drastic. Like you would not be recognizable.
unrecognizable? All right, you know what? I'm gonna take that back. He probably wouldn't. He does like this new golden form.
Oh, nice. It's always good to like your body.
definitely- I mean, it's definitely different than what he looked like when he was still alive. So that's.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he's kind of already gone through that drastic change appearance, so he doesn't feel like going through it again. But changing certain aspects of what he looks like, TBD. We may see
Oh,
if and when that happens.
okay.
I'll throw it over to the Lords.
Lawrence, you willing to answer for a lesser boon?
Sure. Loritz, some of the other gargoyles had horns, and he was a little jealous of that. He thought they were pretty cool.
Yeah. They did look cool. No. All right. I mean, that's not like drastically changing your appearance, but
That's about all he wants, though.
I think for him that would be pretty drastic. I think like he feels like a guy who's pretty comfortable with where he's at and who he is. So like maybe getting horns is kind of a big deal for him. So
He has nothing else.
yeah,
Really
it's like
around with an
it's
empty
like that
inventory
friend. It's like that friend that has never had a different haircut for 20 years.
Same
You know what I'm saying?
outfit.
Yeah. So and then one day they get a haircut and everyone notices, like everyone. They can't believe it, and they're struggling with it. They're struggling with that haircut because they're like, what have I done? Is this really me? Yeah, I could see him falling into all that. Okay, all right.
So what you talking about? You don't like your new eyebrows?
Oh, that's true. We never updated the art with the new eyebrows. They're in the theater of our mind. All right, here's your lesser factspiration and your greater factspiration. All right. And alas, because I am terrible at crafting an exciting world for Pathfinder kids to enjoy, we have no fanspiration.
Nope. We actually just got one.
Oh, we did? Okay. Do you want to
Nice.
use it, or do you want to hold
Probably
off?
not.
Use
Okay.
it immediately!
All right.
Well, I guess, will we be making checks that will determine the power of the ship as we're
Ooh.
rebuilding it? Because if so, it might be a good idea.
The checks that you are making will not directly impact the quality of the ship. Like what we talked about last session and built and agreed upon, I have already crafted in the game.
Okay.
It's more what I was going to do is the skill checks that you're doing during the week of downtime will be used to build influence with the NPCs that are currently with you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, if this was going to be a like building the airship, your rolls determine its stats. It's like maybe we should use Factspiration, but
Oh,
I think
yeah, yeah,
we're
yeah.
okay not using it in this scenario.
All right, fair enough. Okay, in that case, we're ready to start. Let me see. We'll change to. Is this? Oh man. Okay. Yeah, we can give this music for now. It's fine. All right. So last week we closed out the session discussing building an airship, how the airships are going to work, all that kind of stuff. You guys went through. We had, I want to say, over almost 50. I think there was over 50 different augments that you guys came up with, or I came up with, or we came up together. And I did go through and sort of refine them since last week, so that they're, how do I put this? So that they make sense in Pathfinder. Because sometimes things, a lot of we have a 5e mind, but we need to have a Pathfinder 2e system. So yeah, I just went through and kind of cleaned up some of those things. In the airship document, there is a tab for your ship called the Skyhaven, and I did consolidate your current stuff onto that tab, and you guys should still have access to that document. I think it's called PF2E Airships version 2. I'll post it in the chat in Foundry again. There you go. But yeah, there's a Skyhaven tab. But if you look under airships and leviathans in the actors tab, you will find the Skyhaven ship. And when I pull it out, I did just use a random top-down one that I had in a folder because I just needed one to sort of be able to rotate, because airship combat actually takes into account your facing. We can swap this out for whatever token you guys want. I can also just do a screenshot of your ship from above, and we could just use that, but this is what I had now for a placeholder. But when you click on it, you will see that you do have your slime cannon. We will need to sort of adjust the stats of the slime cannon to match your gun boss. And then you've got actions based on your augments. You got a number of reactions, and then quite a few 2 Pac-Man actions. Under passives, it just tells you how many augmentation slots you could have, but it also has your first impressions, which is a frame ability of the Corsair, how much it costs to turn, and then you got your Soul Steel relay coil, which is a modification to the assist reaction for the captain, usable once per round. It's got a little use button and it refreshes every round. Now for speeds, the speed is listed as 5, but it says hexes next to it. A Corsair is usually a speed 7, but your guys' armor plating, your Hydroforged alloy plating, is straight up like plate mail. Like you've chromed this thing out. You know what I'm saying? Like Queen Amidalia's Corsair kind of situation. That did reduce the speed by 2, and it also reduced your dexterity bonus from +3 to +0 in regards to like your armor class and things like that. However, it has the bulwark trait, so it gives you a +3 to the things that the dexterity was taken away from. So that's good. And then your +1 to all saving throws, I'm gonna manually calculate that in for you right now because I said that I did. And then the other ones, the reduced critical hit damage and interacts positively with those traits, those are things that we're just gonna have to manually track because I wasn't about to dig into the coding for that at this juncture. But essentially, armor augments are basically like armor on like a person, but for your airship. So they're going to follow those same sorts of guidelines or whatever. Let's see. The damage threshold is listed underneath your armor. Because damage threshold is like all or nothing, we're just gonna like pay attention. So if an attack is 11 damage or less, then we just ignore it. It doesn't actually hurt your ship. Your ship has 54 health and a damage threshold of 12 and an AC of 18. The AC of 18 is considered average for the level of the ship. The hit points are considered above average, which is good. And then it does mention that you just have a straight up floatstone core engine. That means that your ship is reliant on its sails and actually using like wind. So if you guys end up in a hex without wind, unlikely, but it is possible to end up in a dead air hex, your ship is going to be like stuck. Now, you do have an air kineticist, so like he's going to be able to help a little bit, but you know, he's one guy. Like eventually he's going to have to sleep and stuff, so you know, you may need to, as you are leveling up, look for other augments that can maybe help your engine out. Give it some propulsion, essentially. Might be something to invest in the future.
I mean, lasso a sky whale, ride it.
Right,
Grapple
right.
arms, hold on.
So you can actually strap the frame of your ship to a Leviathan, but the Leviathan, depending on what Leviathan it is, takes a certain number of augments away from your available augments, because essentially you're gaining all the abilities of the Leviathan, and they're kind of balance it out. You would lose some options that your airship might have. It's very similar to like when you have a familiar, you can like spend a certain number of familiar slots to purchase like a package deal familiar, which almost always is better, like, but it's thematic. So you might be getting stuff in that bundle that you didn't want, but it's still almost always a better deal. So you like spend like 4 augment slots to probably get 5 or 6 augment slots worth of stuff, but it might not be the 5 or 6 that you want. So you kind of lose that flexibility, but you get like the theme or whatever. So
Well,
anyways,
with the grapple arms, would it be like mounting and unmounting?
I mean,
You're holding onto them with that?
it would just literally not be like a thing long term, I guess, for like balance purposes, because like if I don't know too many creatures that would be okay with constantly being like grappled all the time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're talking about maybe getting them to pull you like a chariot, I mean, that's certainly something that it could be looked into. And then because then there's the liability, just like a character with a mount, that if anything happens to the tether or anything happens to the creature pulling your ship, definitely. So that could be a thing to think about. There's also the issue of if you were grappling a creature, it is going to still count as a secondary creature, right? So then you're going to have to be doing like nature checks on it to like command it. So I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying it wouldn't be a very practical long-term solution compared to just getting propulsion system for your ship. Which I think it'll cost like a single slot of your one augmentation slot to get a propulsion system. Let's see. And then there's a permanent effect on the airship. It just lets the airship carry a lot of stuff. So it can't really become encumbered. It has like a 10,000 bulk limit. So you can use the airship's inventory and just dump whatever you want on there. And then when you go to get it and it's on your character sheet, you see that it's on the airship, and we all know that it's on the airship. So since you all have access to this, you may want to use that as your party loot actor. We can also just say that anything in party loot is on the airship. that might also be an easier way to handle it. So anything that's in the party stash, we can assume from now on is on the airship.
It'll be until we
Might
get a
be.
spaces pouch.
Right.
Okay,
So yeah.
have something to do.
But I would suggest like long-term storage stuff. You start storing it on the ship.
Yeah.
Probably be the easiest way to do that. And yeah, I mean, again, it can hold a tremendous amount without being encumbered. So that's good. All right. Any
I
questions
think
about
we
that?
just bulk up Cloudhoof's size and make it to where he can fly and have Cloudhoof pull this shit.
I mean, you would get tired.
Get the
but
Cloud
yeah,
Titan size.
Well. Also, normally objects are immune to critical hits and can't, and you don't have to roll to attack them. But since you do have to roll to attack airships can be critically hit. But they do have the construct trait, so they're immune to bleed, death effects, disease, doomed, drained, fatigued, magical healing, non-lethal attacks, paralyzed, poison, sickened, spirit, unconscious, vitality, and void damage. So that's good. All right. Any questions about your ship character sheet or any of that? I guess for the gun boss, what would you be using to attack? Your ranged attack or your warfare lore?
I don't believe I have warfare lore.
Oh, okay. Then it sounds like you would be using your ranged attack. They sort of nominated you for this position.
I'm not disappointed.
Okay. All right.
This
Let's
sounds pretty
see.
ideal. I don't.
All right. What is your ranged attack bonus?
I had a rope dart for that at one point. What was that?
I mean, you're proficient, right? So it's your proficiency plus
Plus
your. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's your level plus your dexterity plus your proficiency. So yeah, 8. Okay. So I'll change that to be a +8. All right. Okay. Looks good to me. All right. I guess we'll just jump in then to the week-long challenge of getting the ship up and running. So this is not going to be a victory point challenge, which is to say a skill challenge. This is just going to be what was your focus during the week, and who were you hoping to work with while you were focusing on that? So is there anybody that wants to go first? You want to roll initiative for it to see who gets to go first, or?
I'll go first if we don't want to do initiative.
Oh, okay. So Cloudhoof, what is your major contribution during the week of salvage, repair, and construction of the new ship? And who, if anyone, were you hoping to partner with for these endeavors?
Mine's really easy. I'm going to be working with Gravel. Learning it's to simple commands and kind of learning to work with him.
Okay. Are you and Gravel going to help with the ship, or is this one of those situations where the kid is off playing with the dog and everyone else is doing yard work and like?
Yeah, you just stay out of our. Okay, we need to mow that area now. Come over here.
like
Oh, I mean-
you say you're going to go out and get supplies, but you just spend the whole day playing with this with Gravel. Well, what's the vibe we're getting here?
Well, I mean, obviously he's essentially the labor.
Okay.
He'll like be hauling some big stuff to get it to the ship, but once it's like actually on the ship and they're working on it, which I figure that would be like by the time you get to midweek, they have all the supplies at the ship.
Okay.
And he'll spend the rest of the week kind of working with Gravel, learning to do some simple commands and.
Okay.
Possibly some companion training.
So Gravel is an elemental, but he do got the brain of like a simple animal. So in this instance, he would or it would respond best to the nature skill.
All right.
All right. Okay. Let me see.
Wait, I don't
Okay.
think I have myself selected. Oh,
Oh yeah, you were rolling as the ship. Yeah. What's your modifier normally?
+9.
Oh, +9. That's way better. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wait a second.
Yeah, working with him during the week, you do sort of get through to him a little bit. He's still very much his own creature, but you feel that after that time, Gravel is more than willing to sort of join up as a B team member, and then you do have the ability to activate B team, like one B team member during daily preparation. Like the whole party gets to pick if they want, a B team member to activate, and then they can be controlled by anyone in the party as a minion. So you spend one action and they get 2 actions, and then an activated B team member at the end of every combat round will take a move action to kind of put themselves in the most advantageous place, or if I think that a move action would not be what they needed to do, they might use the action for an interact or something else like that. Standing up, I guess this is technically a move action, but yeah. And you learn about him during the week, about his rolling charge ability, his tremor sense, his earth glide, which is incredibly powerful, and that he a little stealthy, more stealthy in rocky areas, and he got that burrow speed. So he does actually have some pretty useful things to bring to the team if he were to be an activated B team member.
Nice.
Yeah, and he definitely grows closer to you. It does seem like he has been somewhat domesticated, though the amount of time since his dwarven friend perished is sort of like not 100% known. So yeah, but you also get the sense that for a creature like Gravel, the passage of time doesn't really factor in the same as it would for you guys. Because, I mean, he's a rock. He's just going to pretty much live forever.
I can run.
Yeah. All right. Would anybody like to, yeah, right, to be Gravel, right? To have, just,
Not
what
a
a
care
life.
in the world and just be able to live forever.
I mean, he was sad about his friend dying, but I mean, that's one of the sad parts about living a long time, I guess. All right, who's next?
I'll
can
go. Oh, okay.
Oh, we're having a roll off.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
I'll roll you for it, Songbow. Give me a second.
How's he go?
Yeah. Well, can you beat a 3?
I can
Maybe.
try.
Oof.
Yeah.
Ah,
But can you beat a 5?
If it will roll, it's selected. I can.
All right. Lawrence, what is your contribution to the ship this week? What is your focus this week? And who are you hoping to spend time with while you do that?
So I think that Lawrence, who is exceptional at climbing and has great acrobatic dexterity, is definitely working on repairing the rigging of the ship. Climbing up there, swinging about. And
Okay.
he's also, obviously becoming familiar with the new firearms in the ship. And I think the person that he's most, comfortable with is Captain Reese.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Like trying to keep an eye on the old guy after his traumatic experience. And you feel the kinship with him, so he's always trying to make sure he's doing okay.
All right. Nice. Okay. Yeah. I mean, he's pretty beat up from the fight. And he's spending the week despite what he wants, but he's having to spend most of it recovering. There is magical healing, obviously, on tap from Jade, but you feel like the injuries that he has suffered, they run deeper than like physical. You know what I mean? Like this is a guy. Yeah, like everything just keeps going worse. You know, like he thought maybe he had a chance to kind of do this again, and then the person he trusted to buy the supplies for the ship ran off with the money. You had to like emergency like leave without the ship like the way it needed to be. Like, I mean, it's just like one bad thing after another after another. Yeah, so he's pretty beaten down.
Stabbed him.
Yeah, like he's pretty beat down. He's pretty beat down.
Still have this chance.
All right, so your rope stuff, it would be acrobatics or thievery, or an applicable lore skill.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be acrobatics.
Yeah, the captain don't need no therapist. He needs skilled people on the ship. So that's where he's like, oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. So he spends time with you talking about the skies, the surrounding area, Port Eclipse, which is, I believe, you guys' intended destination. You may ask any 2 questions about Port Eclipse. He will try to give you the best answer he can.
Do you have any contacts there?
Ooh, that's a good question. He does have contacts there. You guys can look them up when you get there, and if they're still alive, that's his concern. If they're still alive, then they can be trusted. But Port Eclipse is a pretty dangerous place.
Who runs Port Eclipse?
Ooh, that's a great question. I'm looking it up. Let's see. Port Eclipse. Okay. In order to better organize my notes, I moved Port Eclipse into a separate document because the document was getting too big. Alright. Alright, Port Eclipse, the leader. The leader is a sylph by the name of Vendria. And let me see. Captain Vendria is a semi-retired airship captain who has spent the last 20 years as the mayor of Port Eclipse, a lawless trading port in the elemental plane of air. They are a sylph swashbuckler, and they are regarded as a fair mayor, controlling Port Eclipse with the help of her fellow airship captains. However, many would love to see her downfall, that they might take the city for themselves. But overall, she is considered to have the heart of the city. He describes her to you as a fair-haired woman with deep crimson lips, ice blue skin, glowing icy blue eyes, and a sort of otherworldly presence. Like, you might think that she was undead because she doesn't need to breathe, you know what I mean? And she kind of has this sort of like frozen corpse vibe going on. All right. Who is next?
That's a good roll.
All right.
Gets going nowhere.
Oh. All right, Songbow. What are you working on? What is your focus, and who are you hoping to work with?
I am sort of putting together the list of what Cloudhoof needs to grab, and then doing the installation of those things. And my assistant is Isaac, of course, but also Miranda.
Okay, so you're gonna be working with Miranda. All right. She is happy to work with you. As a gnome, as a Galarian gnome, she will die if she does not stay engaged in things. They can live forever, but they die to boredom. That is the lore of Galarian gnomes. Yeah. In fact, the more bored they get, the more desaturated they become. And it's actually like a disease to become like black and white. As a gnome, it means that you're probably going to die soon because you can't find any joy in life. Without joy, there is no life. But of course, for the edgelords, there is like a sub race where you're just a black and white gnome that's like, I'm into it.
This is my joy.
Yeah, right. The goth gnomes. Yeah.
Constantly having to swat the hair out of there.
All
Face.
right. She asked a lot of questions, and she wants to label everything by hand. She wants to color code things with paint. She also wants to paint the ship and dye the sails and your clothes and your fur.
At first, I'm against all of the labeling and the color coding, but then like I keep telling Cloudhoof to grab this thing, and I use like the technical name for it. And he brings back something that is different than that. And I'm like, damn, no, she's right. She's right. We do need to label and color code everything. So as the week goes on, the more I'm like, no, you're right. We do need to do that. Everything needs a label. Everything needs color coded. And then it gets to where she's like, and then I'll dye your clothing. And then I'm like, I'm not so sure about that part. And I'll dye your fur. Okay, no, I see we've lost the plot here.
Thongbo, can you pass me the orange triangle?
See, look, even Isaac's using it.
Fantastic. Okay. This could probably just be represented by an engineering lore.
Let's roll it.
Well, it says you're still sickened, so you definitely want to throw up over the side of the boat. There you go.
That's better.
All right. Nice. Okay.
I
We're
think
saving
the sickened and stuff comes from my slime rot.
Yeah, we're gonna have to sort that out at the after everybody's done their thing. So see who lives through all this. And then we'll have introduce new characters if needed, that kind of thing. Anyways, all right. Anyone else have their week report, their weekly report, their week in review?
So with the attack, there's
Never
lots.
mind.
I'll go last. It doesn't bother me one bit.
Well, you want to roll off for it? You want to Goldleaf? He's fighting everybody. He's got his Beyblade out. He's spinning it.
I will politely allow you to go first.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure you can beat that.
but Isaac says no. All right, Isaac. What are you working on related to the ship? What is your focus this week, and who are you working with?
I cry on the inside.
As Longbow was saying, I'd like to work on the installation team for any new equipment.
Oh, nice. Okay.
My primary focus would be to perform as much tuning as I can to all of the equipment that we're installing, so that way they work as efficiently as possible.
Okay. That sounds
And
good.
then I would like to focus on the elf Hati.
Son of a bitch.
All right. Let's see. She.
This means her fucking dodgeball here.
Gotta be honest. The only thing that she could probably bring to your efforts is average training in thievery. So she has she got them hands. You know what I'm saying? She's got them hands. So
Like
she can
Dexter,
definitely
yeah, like finesse.
Yeah, so she can assist you with that. But like that's that's about it. So if that's enough, then like she should definitely be willing to help out. She wants to help out with the ship. Right. Okay. So if that is the case, and you're doing calibrations, you said, that seems like it could be engineering lore if you'd like.
I don't know if I have engineering lore.
Oh, really? Okay, then you could just do crafting.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Alright. I went back 5e character sheet that I had to relearn.
Okay, yeah, that is suitable enough. She's impressed with your ability to work on the ship, and also teach her about the ship and its components and how it works. She comments that maybe you're not as bad of a teacher as your reputation has led her to believe.
Well, see, I'm a good teacher now, but I'm much more technical when I'm high on magical drugs.
All right. She does seem interested in your involvement in magical drugs, and you get a feeling that she's trying to see if you have any underworld connections.
Do I have any underworld connections?
I don't know. You tell me.
I mean, you've got to at least have a dealer.
Probably.
Several dozen.
Hold on.
Well, I made
He's
my own
definitely the
drugs.
dealer.
Yeah. Like,
okay.
Like
Then you
Walter
probably,
White.
then you probably didn't have any. I mean, you don't have like underworld lore or anything, right? So like you.
No, I don't have anything like that.
Oh, okay.
I would like making meth in the back. You know.
All right.
Like,
After a week, she kind of deduces that you don't have any involvement with the criminal aspects of Terranathus, and she's kind of into that.
He was just getting high on his own supply.
Yeah.
the real question is,
It's like when you have a really common last name, you know what I mean, and you want to make sure that the person that you're kind of talking to, you're not related. You know what I'm saying? Like she just kind of like feeling it out to make sure that you're not a person that's tried to kill her or she's tried to kill at some point. Is kind of the vibe you're getting.
well, the real question is the academy part of the underworld? Because we're kinda
Well, I mean,
like a different brand.
That's white collar crime. That's white collar crime.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah. She's a blue collar crime. You know, she slits her own necks. You know what I mean? Like
Gotcha.
yeah, she's out there in the fields. You know.
I tell her about a teacher who was arrested, and then they got to play handball for like 6 months, and they come back to work.
Oh man, yeah. Oof. Yeah. The plushy mage prison. That's basically just a country club. Oh yeah.
It was in the college. Is what was weird.
Oh man, yeah. She tells you about a time that she actually had to go undercover at that facility as sort of like a pickleball coach, in order to get to a target, and then she did kill him with his own pickleball paddle.
Do I know of the story and the person?
When she tells the story, you do actually remember hearing about it. Yeah, it was written up as a terrible pickleball accident. Yeah.
Yeah, that honestly, I stopped playing pickleball after that. I was worried.
Yeah. She says it's a terrible sport made by the gnomes. Barely makes any sense. All right. While you guys are bonding over scandals from the city and learning about the airship, Goldleaf or Jade? Oh, Goldleaf going for it. Oh, it's bound to happen eventually. Do you wanna try and roll on that, Jade, or
Go for it.
You know what? Sure. Sure. Why not?
I want this to be a tie more than I've wanted anything.
Now remember, you get a plus. Remember, you're plus 20 for being captain.
oh,
Don't forget that.
Look at me win.
But a nat 20 makes it one success higher, though. That's the rules. Yeah. All right. Goldleaf, what are you working on this week for the ship? What is your focus this week, and who are you hoping to work with of the available people that are left?
In general, he was just gonna try and keep people's morale up because we all just saw, or we didn't see it, but like came back to a wreckage, and we're kind of having to put shit back together. So I guess just general morale. He was hoping to talk with Silver Eyes about the Dawnbeak Raiders if she knows anything about them, but seeing that she's in the engine room with Isaac and Sangbo and Miranda and them, he'll ask Samuel and see if there's anything that he's picked up in his years with the Aether Blades.
Okay. Well, depending on the success of your check, you're doing morale stuff, so it seems like performance, right? Or diplomacy.
Yeah, I'll do a performance.
Is that what we call it in the system? I can't remember. I think it's called diplomacy.
It's either
it's
diplomacy.
diplomacy.
Yeah, diplomacy for persuasion.
Yeah.
But I guess it would be more of like more campfire stories and stuff like that at the end of
okay, so
the work
all right,
days
so
to keep you
performance.
going.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, so he is just sort of like being a gopher and a runner for like, what is needed on the ship. This whole squad right here, Billy Bong, you, Kalos, and Samuel, they don't really have a lot to offer as far as like what could be fixed on the ship. Billy Bong does have drinking lore with a plus 11, which is pretty impressive. But the rest of them, they all have basic like survive combat kind of skills. So there's nothing really that kind of lends itself to what you're trying to do. However, you learn that Samuel has a very high diplomacy. And this is apparently what he was best known for when he was a guard and then an Aether Knight, was his ability to kind of defuse situations without violence. However, that got him quickly promoted, and then he basically got put on like the Aether Guard hit squad, which led him to being, his path crossing with your guys. So, yeah. But as far as his knowledge of the Dawnbeak Raiders, he does have some. You may ask one quote-unquote classified question.
Do they have a leader?
They do have a leader. Let's see. But he admits they don't actually know who the leader is. They have 3 working theories. A powerful Jathum dissident. Jathum are the genies
Air
of
genies,
air. Yeah, the air genies. So they're thinking that maybe a Jathum, like who
It's not associated
maybe
with
like
their
a
kingdom.
commoner class who, you know, I'm gonna get a better life. They're very class based. Their society, was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna be a pirate lord kind of deal. Classic story. Or a Jathum noble that was disposed or, you know, nearly killed by a rival, you know, kind of thing. So Jathum, that's their number one theory. It's a Jathum. Their second one is that it is a elemental lord, which is to say, like an air elemental with more frontal lobe like sentience. You know what I mean? Like a lot of elementals. As he's explaining this, you see off in the background Gravel and Cloudhoof, and Cloudhoof like throws a rock for like Gravel to fetch, and Gravel like just keeps staring at Cloudhoof. Cloudhoof's trying to tell him about the rock, and like he just keeps staring at him, and then you kind of understand, like, oh, right.
There's a
But
limited number of intelligence.
Right. The majority of elemental creatures are very primal in their nature, right? Like they are the manifestation of that element. But there are elemental lords that have like more going on. And they believe that maybe it's one of those. Like, so not a genie, but an actual elemental. The last thing is that it could be a defector from Terranathus, because the Dawnbeak Raiders, as far as the city knows, were not established before the city arrived. So if the city was somehow a catalyst for the rise of the Dawnbeak Raiders, or were founded by someone from Terranathus, like, or it could just be a coincidence that the Dawnbeak Raiders kind of showed up. I mean, 30 years is a long time, so like, yeah. But that's their three working theories. They do know that they're described as a masked individual of imposing frame, but unsure if it's a male or female frame, because their clothing is always writhing and moving.
That makes it a little bit more mysterious.
Mm-hmm.
Can appreciate that.
Yeah, he tells us it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I mean, I haven't seen him, but it's pretty cool. So we don't even know if it's a girl, a boy. I guess if it's an elemental, doesn't have something like that. But yeah. I actually have my own theory. Why would they call themselves the Dawnbeak Raiders if they weren't a bird? Mm-hmm. You know, like the Tengu that, you know, like maybe it's a Tengu.
I mean, that would be
Songbo's walking by and he says, I think they just spelled it wrong once and then it stuck.
What?
It used to be Dawnbreak.
I mean, that
think
could
so?
work too, but also Dawnbeak. I mean, birds. We're in the plane of air. I mean, not too much of a stretch. It could be a Tengu, but yeah, unless we actually get a peek underneath that mask, no idea. Well, just trying to figure out who these people are, because they decided to kidnap our friends, and we can't have that. Also, thanks for everything you've been doing so far. I know we kind of threatened with throwing you off the side, but you're a good guy.
He seems a bit troubled when you say that he's a good guy, but he says, well, the way I see it, Samuel Tedison the Aether Blade, he died. So
Samuel
This is-
Tennyson, the gunslinger, is now building his own legend to rival his father, whose name is
Ted.
Ted Tennyson.
No, I'm the son of Ted, so Tedison.
Oh,
I've been walking by.
My family's commoners. We don't have a surname, so I made one up so that I could join the Aether Guard. And-
You should have picked Danson. Ted Danson.
well, I don't know if my father's father was named Dan though.
I guess with the surname son of Ted. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, hopefully you'll be able to build your own legend. Oh, here. And he'll toss
Well,
him the rest
he confides in you. He says, "Well, I think the legend I'm gonna build is how I saved that big buxom dwelf from pirates. I mean, when I'm the one that kicks open the door of a pirate fortress, finds her tied up in a compromising way, and gentlemanly saves her, she's gonna be like, 'Oh, Samuel, my hero.'" And he starts blushing as he is playing it out in his mind.
in Goldleaf's hand. He was about to hand him the rest of his bullets, but now he's like, "I'm gonna just keep these." Like, we can workshop that, and I'm gonna leave it there.
All right, yeah. You also discover during your week of working together that he have huge crush on Seraphim Sunshadow.
Well, accidents happen on ships all the time.
All right. So now we have to deal with the sad truth of disease on the ship.
Nope, we saw Jay.
All right. So Isaac, you are an alchemist. One of the greatest things an alchemist could do is help people.
Well, we still got Jade to go.
Yeah, as I was saying, we got Jade and we got.
Yeah, Jade.
Oh
and
no, we're
disease.
talking about the weak thing for Jade.
Oh shoot, you're right. Okay, Jade.
I lost the
jumping
roll off, and I guess I just was no longer a person on the ship anymore.
You lost
No,
your life.
no, it's not that. It's not that. I just don't want to forget your guys' horrible diseases.
Don't worry, I know I have a horrible disease.
Oh, all right. So with your horrible, no, don't let the disease factor in. What is your contribution towards the ship repairs and construction? What are you focusing on, and who would you like to hang out with while you're doing it?
So Jade
I mean,
knows that she is not very mechanically inclined, so she doesn't necessarily feel like she can be helpful without a lot of direction in regard to rebuilding or like physically tinkering with something. So while she's just kind of looking at everybody else moving about doing all of the things that they've decided to do, kind of like as a just background music, everybody walking, and she's just looking at things in slow motion. She just kind of sits there and realizes that there's blood and gross and disgusting everywhere because there's been battles on this ship and nothing's been done to clean it. So she's going to take it upon herself to spend the week cleaning it. But she quickly realizes she is but a small, and she needs friends to help her do it clean. So
Right.
she is going to walk up to Billy, you, and Kalos, and just look at all of them and be like, "All right, you guys, we're gonna start cleaning." And then she points at Kalos and tells him he needs to start cleaning up high because he's the tallest one.
Okay.
You's gonna take all the middle stuff, and then Billy and I will take all of the stuff that's closest to the ground and like scrubbing the blood out of the panels of the ship.
Dang.
And
okay.
we're gonna go to town cleaning, and as we're working in this little cleaning group, Jade is going to continuously talk to these men and say, cleaning positively impacts your workspace and your mental and emotional state. And the cleaner things are, then we'll have a sense of calm and control and well-being amongst everybody on the ship, and it'll be great. And we'll come out of this thing as winners.
I mean, you're preachers to the choir. I mean, you culturally, very clean. Also, the Silver Ravens, I mean, very disciplined. Like, he, of course, 100% understands what you're talking about. Kalos, he wants to be clean. He wants to be. He's one of those people that, like, he thinks that the things you're saying are great. He watches Marie Kondo on Netflix, and he's like, I need that in my life. I could do that, but you quickly realize that he kind of a mess.
I can fix him.
Okay, all right.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah, it's like he somehow makes things dirtier when you ask him to clean them. You know what I'm saying? But he trying his best. But like somehow he just moves the dirt around, and like Jesus with the fish and the loaves, he just makes more dirt instead of getting rid of it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
kind of like when you ask your husband to bring you a wet towel to wipe something off, and he brings you just a soaking wet towel, and I'm like,
and it's
why?
dripping
I'm
everywhere.
sorry. I dripped this bucket all over me, and I'm just dripping wet.
Oh yeah. There's definitely himbo like clumsiness at work too, where you try to show him how to do something, and then you just find him like kind of like tangled up, and it always comes down to him taking off his shirt, and then his Henry Cavill like physique is just like bouncing water droplets off of it as he's trying to get clean, but just making everything a mess.
I feel like I catch Billy Bong staring when he does that. I just get those vibes.
In Billy Bong's defense, you might not think that this is a very fastidious, very, very clean fella, but halflings, as a people, are actually very, very tidy. And so like he takes to the work naturally. Like, of course you need a nice clean home. Like, how can you relax and drink and smoke? And eat if you are in a messy space, you know what I mean? Like
exactly.
Yeah. So your team is great, but one of them's gonna need a lot of work.
That's okay. Kalos can be the comedic relief right now, as we're all working away and we hear something thud, and we all turn, and he's got his big old hoof in a mop bucket, and he's tripping over it, and he slips and he falls and lands on the floor. Mop bucket goes flying, lands on one of his horns, and he just splattered with mop water, and we're all laughing. We know we have to clean it, but it was hilarious in the moment.
Oh, fair. Okay. All right. So this seems like organizing of people. I'm assuming you're not going for like cleaning lore here. So I'm thinking diplomacy to kind of keep your team organized.
Hell yeah. I'm pretty decent at that.
Okay. It's good. You guys, the ship is clean. The ship is tidy. And is there a particular member of the team that you were hoping to sort of raise your influence with during the week?
No one in particular, but the fact that we've all been working very hard to clean, and I realized that Kalos is trying so hard. I hope that I have an influence on him in the fact that I've actually helped him to understand how to clean better.
Mm-hmm. He does confide in you in a moment of tremendous vulnerability that he worries that he's not good at anything.
And I tell him, we're all good at some things. We just have to figure out what they are.
He says, all I can do is fire a bow. And even then, I have to fight hard to have the courage to do so. If only I could be more like you, Jade. You're so brave and strong. You just know what to say and what to do all the time.
That's okay. We'll work on it together.
Okay. Alright.
Goldleaf just walks by. I literally play a song called Courageous Anthem. Just listen to that. Just keeps on walking.
Alright. During the week, you do overhear that Billy Bong has a crush on someone who's a part of the crew. Do you want to be burdened with that knowledge?
Oh, me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I expected it's myself. Because ever since I gave him a kiss on the nose, I mean...
Oh, well, okay. So it's real awkward.
Please.
But you overhear him talking with the other two guys about, do you like anyone on the boat? So like you kind of... and then you is like, this is not an appropriate conversation. And he's like, come on, you have to like somebody on the boat. I mean, there's a lot of great people on the boat. And then Callow says, well, I don't want to talk about it. And he said, oh yeah, he definitely likes somebody on the boat. Come on, who do you like on the boat? And he was like, I don't like anyone on this boat. I would be alright if everyone on the boat died. Especially myself. And Billy Bong's like, I know, you like that silver eye. I see you looking at her all the time. You get sort of a scared look in your eyes. They call that horny fear.
Horny fear.
When you say that, you looks over and he says, Captain Jade, we were not slacking off. Billy Bong was being inappropriate. And he rushes away. Billy Bong says, yeah, that's a guy that's got horny fear.
Horny fear. Billy, why don't you go clean
Well, since you
that
asked,
area over
Captain,
there?
I'll tell you who I have a crush on the boat.
Oh, okay. Oh, sure.
And then they turn like kind of a eggplant purple, and they say, saying it out loud makes me feel kind of weird about it. But, I feel like if anybody might be able to help me out, it's you. Hey, come over here. Okay. Alright, I think I'm ready. It's just you and me. I can finally make my confession. That
Deep
Clive,
breath.
am I right? Oh my god. Wow.
I'm so happy that you
Have you
felt you could
seen it?
express this to me.
Look, I drew a picture of her. Hold on. It's stuck together. It must be the glue from fixing the ship.
Oh,
Hold on.
But,
Yeah, see? And he unfolds it
Billy,
it's
Billy.
a threefold. It's a threefold. He unfolds it. It's a very large picture.
Billy.
Yeah.
Can you fold that up and put that away
Sure.
for the moment, please?
Anytime you want to look at it, you let me know.
Yeah, thank you so much. What is it about Clive that appeals to you so much?
Where do I start? Them hips, that booty, them milkers.
all very, very fine physical traits that you can easily see and point out.
Yeah. I haven't built up the courage to talk to her. It sounds like she's smokes a lot though. She got a real deep voice. I'm okay with that though.
Hey Billy,
Real Dr. Girlfriend situation.
Clive, did you know? And I want you to know this comes from the heart because I'm the same way.
Oh yeah. Oh, you
Did you
like Clive too?
That's not what I'm gonna say, Billy. I want you to know that Clive is a return.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah,
Clive may appear female,
sure, yeah.
but Clive is very much a man.
Okay, yeah. But they got
So,
that body
I
though,
just-
right?
Perfectly fine.
Right?
I just want to make
So,
sure that you're
Do you
using the
read
correct
do you
pronoun.
read the Pathfinder manga?
I do not.
there was a plot line once where Valeros woke up as a woman, but he was still Valeros, but he was a fine-looking lady, let me tell you.
And totally fair. Clive, very good looking.
Yeah.
But I think it would be respectful if moving forward you would use the correct pronouns.
Oh, okay. That's gonna. All right, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try it out, see how it feels. Let's see how it feels.
Do
Okay.
that. You who knows?
All right,
Maybe
all right.
you might
Can I
have a great
practice with you?
conversation.
I'm gonna practice with you. Okay. All right.
Sure.
He's got them mommy milkers.
So is this something that you plan to say to Clive when you see Clive next?
How do you think he would be all right with that?
You know what? I definitely do. I think that
Oh, yeah?
I think that Clive would be receptive to that language.
Wow. Okay. All right. Wow. Thank you, Captain.
But I would maybe start with a hello first.
Okay. All right. So, okay. Hey. Start with a hello. All right. And then just jump onto the milkers. Got it. All right. It's great.
I definitely think that Clive, of all people, would be very receptive to that language.
He is scrubbing with a vigor for the rest of the day. Great job, Captain.
Jade is face palming so hard right now.
You know, it's rare to see a man that motivated.
All right, wonderful.
Jade's doing a great job as captain.
Are you trying to get your IRL husband's favorite NPC killed? Is that what this scene was about? I feel like
No, I 100% believe with all of my heart that Clive would be receptive to that language. The way that Clive openly spoke to me the first time that Clive spoke to Jade, I feel like Clive would be super receptive to that language.
We'll see. So, some people like to give it but not get it. You know what I'm saying?
You never know. We'll find out. I guess.
All right. Now we must address the matter of disease upon our ship. Dr. Isaac, attending physician.
I would like every day to make nothing but anti-plagues and addiction suppressant.
Okay. And that is for these two right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the first day, the first evening after returning to the ship, you guys are feeling real bad. But Isaac hands you some anti-plague. What's the vibe of your anti-plague? Is everything syringe based for you, or do you give him like a cocktail? Like what's the?
He just stands next to us and then throws a vial at our face.
Yeah, I just have vials.
Yeah, so you're a Final Fantasy healer, like alchemist healer. Yeah, everything is just a thrown potion. Got it. Okay. All right. Well, safety glass shatters against your faces, and you receive the benefits of anti-plague. Can you post your anti-plague up? All right. And then drag that over to each of you. All right. I need you to give me fortitude saves against this terrible disease. That is just. Wait a minute, Songbo. Do you have to get over here too?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You're actually dying from it. All right.
Yeah. I'm at 2 stages.
Oh, buddy. Okay. So everyone, I will get your fortitude saves. There you go. So I need all 3 of you to give me fortitude saves with your anti-plague buff. You definitely want to pass this. Oh, very nice. Laura, you're not sick anymore. Oh, wow. 2 success.
Hell yeah.
All right. Jade, you're not feeling so good. You're getting worse. It's getting worse. You want to hero point reroll it, or you want to see if you could, turn the corner on your disease?
Jade gets a +2 from.
Oh, it's factored in.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, no worries. You
so
gonna let it ride, or are you gonna?
You know what? I'll re-roll it. Why not?
Okay.
I know the anti-plague.
Songbo, you're back to infected. It looks like.
So I'm at rank 0 now.
Yeah. But I think that means it's gone. if you get back to 0. So I think Isaac, you cure all 3 of them.
I know it's
Hell
grape
yeah.
flavored, but you have to take it, Jade.
All right. Congrats on not turning into slime, guys.
Yay!
All right. So the week progresses as we discussed, and when it is over, it is time to christen the ship.
I don't have like a bottle of wine in the stores or anything.
I mean, Isaac has safety glass.
I have addiction suppressants.
we raid the ruins to try to find like a really, really old wine bottle.
All right. Here's what we could do. You guys head down into as you are scavenging. We will say that you guys find an old bottle of like dwarven stout that is still intact.
Perfect.
All right.
My Bravo's brew.
Oh, that's cool.
That works too.
All right. And you shatter the. I mean, that's actually pretty symbolic. You shatter the
Mhm.
Bravo's
that.
brew against the hull of the ship. Does anybody have any words to say?
Songbow steps forward, clears his throat. After a lot of hard work, our ship is much less shit now.
Allah.
And then he steps back.
Jade steps forward and swats at Songbow with her tail, and gives him a look, and kind of just face palms a little bit, and then looks at everybody shyly because now they're all staring at her, and she feels like she needs to say something semi-important.
Yeah, Captain.
Thank you all for the hard work that we've put in over the past week. We've made this vessel one that we can be proud of as we can continue our journey. So I hope that you all take a moment and relish the fact that we're here, we're alive, and we can keep pushing forward.
You're here.
Mhm.
To the Sky Haven.
Former Captain Reese. He turns to you, Jade, and he says, Jade, I've been thinking a lot this week. My time as captain is over. I had my chance. I sailed my skies. I had my adventures. That girl, Sun Shadow, she needed me. She needed someone who was willing to sail the forbidden skies. I thought I still had it in me to be that sort of man, to be that sort of captain. But I've fumbled at every turn. I was a washed up wreck of a man living in the barest bones of a ship I sold off one piece at a time. Now, I see in all your faces the bright eyes, the sharp minds, the souls that crave more. I used to be like you. Me and my crew, nothing could stop us. But that life is over. That age is over. What comes next belongs to you. Now, I can't give you the ship, because technically that Sun Shadow lady bought it from me. But I will give you my title.
Jade bows very, very low in front of Captain Reese.
From this day forward, you're Captain Jade. And the Gale Cutters no more. Rising from the ashes is a ship of your choosing. And you see Miranda's got her paints. And she says,
So what are we gonna call this thing?
Its new name is the Sky Haven, as it's a home for all of us here in the skies.
Alright. Yeah, Miranda seems pretty happy about that. She's hanging from like a harness kind of setup. She just paints it on the side of the ship. There's a murmur of approval. And then Samuel says, 3 cheers for Captain Jade! Hip, hip, hurrah!
Hooray!
Hooray!
Hooray.
Cheer, cheer, cheer!
Gravel!
Jade turns very, very
Yeah.
pink and is very nervous that all eyes are on her and she's being celebrated for something that she feels she definitely does not deserve. She just said words. That's all.
That's what being a captain is, though, Jade. You just gotta say the right words to the right people at the right time.
Yeah,
Well,
take
let's
credit
hope I'll be
for it.
good at it.
I know this may be a little unfamiliar to you, Miss Jade, but you don't have to go it alone. You have the rest of us here, the natural ones, so we'll have your back as we sail across the skies.
That makes me a lot less nervous.
So, first order of business for the natural ones and the Sky Haven. Do we have some Dawnbeak Raiders we have to go kick the teeth in and get our friends back?
So it sounds like
100%. We need to rescue Seraphine and our other compatriots.
Billy Bong says,
That's right. We got some big mommy milkers that need saving.
Billy. She does
Yeah.
the thing that, moms do with their kids whenever they're supposed to be quiet, like from across the room. Like the zip your lip motion, the sit down, shut up kind of thing.
you pull the toddler leash.
Songbo, he moves to the other side of you, so, thinking that Jade can't see him anymore. He pulls out his trifold drawing of Clive.
Says, this is what I fight for.
Not
Jade
having,
face
Okay.
palms.
Okay.
not having any of that context of that conversation. You thinking he's talking about Seraphine just gives him a thumbs up from behind Jade.
Okay. I'm caught by surprise, but I'm glad that you
Wow,
have
did you
something.
paint that?
Miranda walks up behind him. That's amazing!
He says, I dabble. But this was
Alec.
my muse.
I can't wait till we get an HR department.
Oh shit, is that me?
Miranda says, I could paint Clive on the side of our ship. Then when we rescue him, he'll be so surprised.
He would be very surprised, I think. What if you just painted all of us?
Wow, everybody?
Like a mural.
Yeah,
Oh, wow,
like-
okay.
all around the whole ship.
I will be working on it constantly.
Sure, and
Or-
I'm sure
Look over-
Billy Bong would be willing to help.
What
Wait,
if-
How about-
is she
What
able
if
to do
instead
that
of
while
doing
we're
that on
flying?
the hull, why don't you do that like maybe on the down below deck, like on the inside? Yeah. down
Oh,
there
that'll be
would
fun,
great.
because then there'll be paint fumes.
She heads downstairs.
All right, nobody
Oh,
go
that's-
down there.
That's what that's.
Or
I
find
love
Dan.
paint fumes.
Sighs heavily, and he's like, "I'll go get the filtrator set up." I just got the dye smell out of the hold.
While this is going on, Kalos is next to you, Isaac. He says, Dr. Isaac,
Mhm.
is there someone on the boat that you have a crush on?
No.
He says, because I thought everyone had a crush on someone on the boat.
Mm-hmm.
I just see Isaac's character going, not someone, but something, and then just takes a.
Nope, I take
It's
a
a
sip of
bomb.
that addiction suppressant.
This is my new love now.
It's not a new love, it's an old love. It's too cruel.
It's a cruel mistress.
Oh man! All right. So that night, you guys sort of are camping like next to the ship, but also on the ship. You're playing. Well, there's no night, but that rest period, you guys are getting one last rest before you head out into the great beyond. When you guys were exploring, you did find the one bottle of dwarven stout, but you do have alchemist on your team. Do you guys try to throw like a party to celebrate your success, or do you feel like that would be in bad taste since your companions have been captured by enemy pirates?
It's always a party.
I think because we found something of the local area, we should have a celebratory rally to get us pumped up for when we go rescue our friends. We'll all be in the most best of spirits.
Okay.
Here, here.
So I guess the question is, do you guys want to attempt a victory point challenge to represent who partied the best, with possible boon prize and possible bane for last place party?
Oh fuck yeah.
For a second, I thought you were going to ask, would you like the corrals? And I was like, the fuck can we do on this island? The corrals?
You would be surprised. Okay. All right, let me trade out for some party music, I guess. Let's see. What's some good party music? Oh, okay. All right. So, this is the launch party of your new ship. Okay. This is a race to the most possible victory points. Whoever gets the highest number of victory points will be possessed of a boon for the next 3 days. That boon will render them immune to fear and the frightened condition. All right. Okay. Whoever comes in last place will have partied too hard and will be sickened 1 for the next 3 days. Okay. Let's see. Oh, additionally, if you are first place partier, I will raise the influence level between you and any 3 of the NPCs. Okay. So, success is 1 VP, a critical success is 2 VP, a failure is nothing, and normally a critical failure doesn't penalize you in a victory point challenge, but because we're trying for a high score, a critical failure will lose you a victory point. You narrate what you're doing to make the celebration memorable. Socialization, performance, drinking, cooking, defending a crewmate's honor, chatting someone up, whatever. Pretty much anything could go at a party. It's just about, yeah. Now, if you want to go a little Mario Kart on this, you could use your action to try and sabotage someone who's in the lead. And in that case, your success would not help you, but would lower their points. Ooh, spicy. All right. Let's see. Oh, also. Oh, very nice. Okay. All right. Failure. All right. So I'll throw everybody into initiative, and we'll get on this. Okay. There we go. All right, Gold Leaf. How do you get this party started? We're gonna run through two rounds. So everybody, 3 rounds. We're gonna do 3 rounds. So each of you will have 3 things that were standouts at the party.
All right.
All right. So what's the first standout, memorable thing that you did?
Yo, it is DJ Goldleaf in the house as we are starting this bitch up at the Hydra Forge. We are about to launch and we are going to kick the shit out of some Dawnbeak Raiders in a couple of days when we find their bitch asses. But before then, let's get it up in here. Performance check.
Okay. Dang, that's a good performance check. The moderate DC for level 3 is 18. That is a critical success. Not bad. All right, Jade, how do you follow up that?
So Jade is nervous, but she walks up to the pretend microphone and grabs it, and she does the little foot kick thing where she's like, "Okay, I'm gonna sing a song," and then Jade begins a song that she once heard at a theater that goes like this. There once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was the Billy O.T. The winds blew up her bow, dip down, oh blow, my bully boys blow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. And then Jade steps back.
Oh dang. Okay. That's good stuff. Performance check.
Can my song give her a +1 to that?
Absolutely. You can add a +1 to that. Circumstance bonus. Oh, sorry, status bonus, I guess. Oh my goodness. With the +1 from Gold Leaf, that is also a critical success.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Loritz.
It should be no surprise to anyone that Lawrence is an introvert, and he's actually never in his 500 years of life had alcohol, but he was handed one, and he would like to try to find a place to perch and hide from this party and at the beginning of it as he wallflowers, and like to try to roll stealth to be on the sidelines and nurse my first ever drink.
All right, and it's a doozy of a drink because you guys weren't able to salvage any, but Miranda said that she would take care of it, and you're pretty sure this is just paint thinner and paint.
I'm gonna re-roll the hero point.
I literally take alcohol. You know what? I wouldn't do it.
Oh no!
Oh damn.
All right.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck.
So
this is like the Everclear, pretty much.
Yeah, let me see. What is the alcohol percentage of paint thinner?
Fucking lot. Like,
Yeah.
Paint thinner does not have a specific alcohol percentage because you shouldn't drink.
drink it. Don't you hate it when they try to tell you how to live?
But if we had to put a number on it, it would be 95%.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
Birds like fuck going down.
Oh,
All right. Thanks to the
I
power of hero points, you managed to like keep it together, but you're on a fucking journey, bro. You're on a journey right now. Oh no, that was a nat 1 though, right?
was.
So
So it's still
it turns into a
it's not a
failure,
crit.
even
Yeah.
with the. Oh man. Okay,
Just
yeah.
one step
So
down.
yeah, the green fairy has come for you. You're like you're going deep. You're going deep into your.
why do
your
people
past.
drink this stuff?
Oh,
All
the
right.
camera's using fisheye lenses for you, buddy.
Mhm.
It's worse than drinking too hard in Sea of Thieves and then your ship getting attacked. It's like it's that level of like, oh my god, what have I
Part
done?
of Sea of Thieves.
What have I done? All right, Cloudhoof, what are you bringing to the party?
Well, I'll tell you what I'm doing. You chase the green fairy. I'm gonna bring the whole damn fairy court. Use our
Oh.
nature skill to forage for some magic mushrooms.
Oh my god!
Oh my.
On this island, this ooze infused island. I'm into it. All right, let's see
They've
it.
had time to see.
So
Skills. Nature. Alright.
Okay, yeah, that is a success. You find some mild psychotropic mushrooms and bring them back to share. Okay. All right, Isaac.
Isaac's gonna look left. He's gonna look right.
Uh
He's gonna go into the prison pocket. And pull out.
Much like every
Refine.
animal has a marsupial pouch. Every pirate has a prison pocket. Sure. Okay.
Mhm. Fine. Less.
Oh no! When eaten or smoked, Pesh gives users a sense of well-being, sometimes with hallucinations, aggression, and exhaustion. All right. Do you want your fortitude save to be your skill check?
I was hoping to find a way to craft this into the alcohol.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh no! You're gonna strike? The paint thinner? Okay,
Uh.
go for it. Give me a crafting check.
Mhm.
Love this goes from bad to worse. It's like, oh,
I
Oh,
rolled
no!
very high because this is my specialty.
Okay, things are getting out of hand pretty quick. We haven't even made it out of the first round. Alright, Songbow.
you challenged us to make it an interesting party.
So Songbow spends the first part of the party like responding to what other people are doing. Like he sees Goldleaf and Jade go up to a makeshift stage. He immediately sets to work on building like a stage. He sees
Are you the guy at a party that instead of taking the wallflower approach, he's like, as long as these hands are busy, I'm okay. And so you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You're like, what do you need? You need me to fill the chips? You need me to go get? You need someone to go on a beer run? Well, oh, hey, whoa! I think your fridge is making a weird noise. Don't worry, I can fix it. Hold on, you got tools? Oh, your garage is a mess. Don't worry, I'm gonna sort it for you. Like, are you that?
yeah,
that?
and then he's
Okay.
like hung a new shelf for them by the time he goes home, and like
Wow, that was a great party.
So,
Yeah, like, I got so much done.
many years ago, when Smash Bros. First came out for the Switch,
Oh, man, I
Jen
remember
threw me
that.
Jen threw me a birthday party, and at the time, my friend Mallory's boyfriend, who she's no longer with, but he was so like that guy that he just sat there for. This was like an 18-hour-long party, because you guys know I don't do normal party length, right? So like an 18-hour-long party, he unlocked everything in Smash Bros.
He beat the fucking game.
He beat everything. He unlocked everything. Everything was unlocked. I didn't have to do anything. I had all the characters.
By the end of it, right? By the end of it, we were just watching. Like, it's all we could do.
Yeah, it was incredible. It was incredible. All right. So yeah, I guess this is also crafting. Build it. Let's go. Crafting party. All right, yeah, you build a really nice stage. The stage is so nice that if you would like, you can give anyone doing performances in round 2 and 3 a +1 circumstance, or sorry, +1 item bonus to their rolls. Is you okay with that?
Yes.
All right. Then we're gonna head into the next round. I'm gonna shuffle that initiative. Oh, I'll give you an update on the NPCs. Okay. Miranda is having an amazing time. She's the friend at the party who wants to make sure you always have a drink in your hand. She's that friend. So she's going around making sure everybody got a drink in their hand.
This is my special concoction. You should try some.
Yeah. Billy Bong has used his drinking lore to make mixed drinks out of Miranda's paint thinner drinks, which is the only reason people aren't dead. So he's kind of like making sure that nobody dies using his drinking lore. Captain Reese is trying to be a good sport, but he doesn't have a lot that he wants to celebrate. So he's kind of off on his own, brooding near the front of the ship. You know, thinking about. But he's happy for you guys. But he definitely has that vibe of like the cool dad that's letting the kids have a party, but like, you know, he can't party with the kids. You know what I'm saying?
Like the chaperone.
Yeah, Gravel is actually able to get drunk because the paint thinner is 95% alcohol, and Gravel's never been drunk before, so he's just sort of staring off into the distance. And then he goes to help Cloud find mushrooms, eats the mushrooms, so he's entering like a psychotropic state that he's never experienced before in his life.
Okay, buddy, we'll take this trip together.
Samuel is using his diplomacy skill to try to chat up Silver Eye. Silver Eye is extremely cautious, trying her best not to get too drunk, but you get the feeling that when Silver Eye starts drinking, she can't stop drinking, because once she starts drinking, you realize she can't stop drinking. So that's a thing. And then you guys look around for you, and he is nowhere to be seen. Choo Choo falls into the paint thinner and dies. No, I'm just kidding. Choo Choo is distracting people so that its master could get away with doing drugs. I'm sorry for putting the drugs in the drinks that are already.
I'm also doing it.
Oh, okay. To clarify, Kalos, he also wallflower, but he don't want to be a wallflower. He want to be a cool guy. He want to be a cool guy like everyone else. So he is mounting his courage, the liquid courage, in the first round. All right, moving into the second round. It looks like Cloudhoof, you're up first. Oh, here I'll change out the music for. We'll have a different track each round. This is a good one.
This is only three rounds, right?
Yeah, it's only 3 rounds.
Okay, right. I'm planning it out a feature. So.
Oh no, has it got lyrics? Ah, but it's such a good song though. We'll see. Nope. There are lyrics. Dang, I wanted "Fight for Your Right," Bardcore, but not with lyrics.
Well, the typical intoxication thing. Start challenging Kalos to like a push-up competition.
Oh, nice. Okay. So you guys start like muscle beaching it when you get back. Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, he's happy that you are spending time with him. All right. Let's see. 27. So close to critical success. All right. One success. All right. He's enjoying that. Jade, I don't think you would even notice these two shirtless, muscle-bound dudes doing, one-arm push-ups, just dripping sweat from the 95% alcohol that's dehydrated their bodies, so they look like, Wolverine over there. But it's fine. It's fine. All right.
Jade is so focused on preparing what she's gonna do next. She just doesn't even care.
Okay,
this is
fair
a competition. Enough. She wants to win. Damn it.
Gold leaf to you.
Just keeping the good vibes going. With the change up in music. Yeah, just keeping the horns going. This could be +1 from an item bonus.
Oh wait,
yep.
We could do this one. Hold on, this will be a good one. Nice. I feel like with all the psychotropics, we're heading in that direction. I think. All right.
Yeah, that's fair. All right.
Oh, nice. All right, with the stage, the musical accompaniment. All right, yeah, that is another success. So you switch up the music, something a little more mysterious.
Yep.
Okay. You can see it in the eyes. Someone has definitely spiked the paint thinner. All right. Jade,
feeling pretty good at this point. Has been partaking in whatever is being passed around. Hears the music start to play and goes, "I know this one," and walks up to the mic and starts singing it. What she feels is very well, but I'm assuming that a dice roll will determine that.
Right, and then we could explain any dice roll by the level of intoxication. That
100%. And she even gets to the point in the chorus where she knows this is a popular one, so she puts her hands in there and goes, "Sing it!" Hoping that the crowd sings along with her.
All right, depending on the check, I'll tell you who jumps in. All right, that is a success. With the +1s from the stages, yes, 22 total. All right. Everyone joins in except for you and the captain. Even Silver Eye, who you see has a drink in each hand. her one eye is so heavily dilated, it looks like it's just the whole thing is black.
Oh my gosh, she becomes a woo girl.
Oh yeah,
Please
you know
keep
that meme where the drunk girl is like all in the dude's face or whatever, like, and then everybody captures it with the girl explaining like the lore of My Little Ponies or some crazy shit like that. Yeah, she's doing that to Samuel, but it's about like how to murder people.
So one time, he took this dude's throat from inside of his mouth. It's going into excruciating detail.
Yeah.
People don't realize it's surprisingly easy to hide a body.
The things you can do with a pickleball paddle.
Oh man. I'm trying to find the drunk girl ranting. I could find drunk guy ranting to girl, but I can't find the reverse. Oh man. Oh, there she is. Okay. Yeah, so just substitute.
Samuel's like, what did I do?
And as a former police officer, that's definitely Samuel's face as she confesses to over 13 murders.
I love that he's like, I could smell the drugs on your breath.
Everyone has a weakness, okay? Everyone's got a weakness.
It's like,
So
man,
Karen-
if I was still part of the law, I'd have to arrest you so hard right now. But you know what? This is my life now.
He has a 6-pack of draft beer that he brought.
All right. Songbow team.
All right. Songbow. He sort of takes a look around where we're at, and he tries to angle the ship to where it's like the best light for everybody. Like it's not blind. Oh well, I guess there isn't really a source for light there. Here is.
Yeah.
Mm,
But
to where there's like the best views.
You can turn on lights because you have electrical lights on your ship.
Oh yeah, that's true. So yeah, he's trying to sort of orient the ship to where it's the best views for everybody, and sort of like it complements whatever they're currently singing, and things along those lines. Basically, sailing lore.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Use sailing lore to try to make the ship an even better party venue.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that is a success. Alright, if you would like, you could give anyone else that's doing something on the ship a +1 circumstance bonus next round.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Alright. Isaac, to you. Boy, the ship's looking real nice. All 3 of them.
I know what will make this even better. Blood sack.
Oh. Okay. Miranda rushes up to you, her hands in the air, like she just doesn't care. But there's also a drink in each hand, slosh it everywhere. Some of the drops get behind her glasses in her eye. You hear a sizzling sound like from acid. She opens her eyes even wider, and she says, "I'm having the best time of my life.
That's good.
I don't even care about all the money I owe to those gangsters.
What?
Nothing.
I can't hear you on the sound of me crafting this natural 20 drop.
She says, "What's that? Add it to the brew."
Okay.
And she turns around and you see that she has like a barrel backpack with like hoses coming out of it.
And she's like, "Everyone just keeps putting stuff in here. It just makes everything taste even better."
I wouldn't say it tastes better. But...
All right, Isaac, you take the lead, poisoning your crew.
It's all right. I'm gonna fix it.
All right.
I'm a doctor.
Okay. Until Isaac does something different, I'm gonna say that this blood sap may or may not impact checks in round 3. Round 3, we will see. All right, Lawrence, to you.
You see where Loritz tried to hide, and if there's one thing you've known about him, he has aggressively good posture normally, but for the first time ever, he's kind of slumped over on himself. There's like drinks, empty glasses around him, starting to get a little red at the lip, and he's loosened up enough now where he engages in his monastic dance style, which I think would be an athletics check to do some like his aggressive.
Actually, acrobatics has I think a dancing skill feat that goes with it.
Oh, it does, yeah.
Yeah. You want to do acrobatics? Okay.
Same roll. God.
Oh no!
Yeah, he's a bit. He just keeps getting in his cups, and it's getting really sloppy.
Okay, as you kind of tumble with a crunch to the ground, the whole ship is spinning, and then you see several beautifully rendered paintings of Clive kind of moving before you, and Billy Bog sits down next to you and says,
"Have I told you about the love of my life? He's so beautiful."
Follow your hearts, Billy.
Alright. As the round ends, Billy Bong is talking to his friend Lawrence about his love and his plans for the future. You is spotted, but is not participating. But he's no longer hiding. The captain is nodding along, and you do see he have a drink in his hand. He's nodding along with the music, and he has a drink in his hand. Silver Eye is making Samuel very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. Gravel is just sort of rocking side to side, making strange sort of like echoing kind of snorts. And they seem to be off in another realm. They seem to have transcended their physical body. Kalos and Cloudhoof, working out while on drugs and heavily dehydrated, are looking so fucking fine and fit. It's just like toxic superhero movie fitness levels of like ripped right now. With his BFF and something to do, his confidence level is up. He's having a good time. He's having a good time. Someone accidentally drank Choo Choo, but Choo Choo will show up later once they pass through their bowels.
They're made of blood. My blood.
Oh no. And Miranda is distributing the now very dangerously toxic alcohol to as many people as possible. All right. We enter the third and final round of the party challenge. I'm going to reset that initiative. Oh man, Cloudhoof, you're up first again.
Oh man.
All right. What do you bring to this final round, which may or may not be penalized by the amount of toxins that Isaac is putting into the alcohol? But there is a +1 circumstance bonus if you do something on or related to the ship, and a +1 item bonus if you do it on the stage.
He's gonna start carrying people as they start passing out to their respective bunks.
Aww.
Putting them to bed.
Okay. That would not be impacted by the poisonous drugs, because it sounds like you're trying to be the designated driver friend. All right.
As one of the higher constitutions in the group, I figured he kind of is somewhat sober still.
All right, that is a solid success. Success all 3 times. All right. Jade, you see Cloudhoof assisted by his friend Kalos taking the injured, the wounded, to their respective bunks.
Jade sees that,
what are you bringing?
She gets a little little embarrassed that she's up there having a great time when she sees that people aren't doing so great. So she, quote unquote, sobers up quickly and decides to run after Cloudhoof and ask if there's any way that she can help. And those who are throwing up, she's just going to do a lay on hands.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so I think for that, I do kind of feel like, a medicine, but you are using magic for healing. Yeah, so you could do religion since you're using magic for healing instead of medicine.
Alrighty.
All right. Okay, that is a success.
I was worried there for a minute.
Okay. Yeah, when you guys arrive on the scene, Silver Eyes half awake in Samuel's lap. Samuel is sort of brushing her hair with his hand, like his fingers or whatever, and she's just kind of murmuring nonsense to herself. And he kind of looks at you guys like, I don't know what to do. Do you try to move her?
Yeah, I'm trying picking her up and
Okay.
helping her back to.
Goldie's gonna stop you. Be like, let her go. This will
Do
be
you
the. This will be the.
Do you heed his advice?
This will be the beginning of something beautiful. I don't have any alternative motives or nothing. You can do what you do. I'm just throwing it out there.
All right, Cloudhoof, as you kneel down to pick her up, her eye opens wide, and she says, "You can't take me back." And she reaches for like a weapon and just throws up all over Samuel's lap. It's just a rainbow of colors. Samuel just looks at you. His eyes 2 dots, his mouth a line. He says, "She could just stay here, man."
All right.
All right. Lawrence, you're up.
Lawrence is experiencing many types of intoxication for the first time, and he is normally very reserved, but he has become a bit ungovernable. So he's gonna start trying to swing from the ropes around the ship.
Beautiful.
And
to recapture the flight that was taken from you.
And then he falls, he gets hurt, and Cloudhoof scoops him up and takes him to bed.
All right. Gold leave to you.
Damn, that's rough, buddy. Damn. I think I'm gonna move the performance onto the ship since it seems we're now kind of
Okay.
kind of things are winding down a little bit, but he's still
Oh!
set
I should change the music. Let's see. Oh man, yeah, here we go. Okay.
Okay. What is this one? A +1 on the ship from what?
It's +1 circumstance for the beautiful mood lighting.
Okay. Too fucking funny.
It's like a funeral dirge.
What's the
All
end
right,
of
that yeah. This is like the party's winding down too hard. Oh dang, this boy out for blood, taking the lead with 5 victory points. The bard ain't gonna let anybody out party him. Okay. As you're playing the song, people are singing along. It's a well-known tune, but the energy levels are low.
That's why it's a little bit less. It's a little bit less tempo.
All right, Isaac.
I have a weird question.
Okay.
Can I hold my action until the end of everyone else's turn?
Ooh. I mean, technically that is like a Pathfinder thing, right? I mean,
Delaying? Yeah, I was thinking
yeah,
about that
delaying.
for a second.
Yeah, okay, all right. That's a big brain move. All right, you delay. Songbow, you're up.
Excellent.
I guess we'll Dragonbane it. Like, if you have been delayed past, I guess you can't delay past the person who delayed you. Otherwise, we'll be here infinitely. All right. So, what do you got for a Songbow?
So it's sort of all winding down now, and people are retiring or being retired by Cloudhoof carrying them away. So I am going to just do like a giant wind blast on the deck to blow all of like the clutter and stuff just off the side of the ship.
Okay, fair enough. So you're gonna be cleaning up the party, so nobody has to wake up and do it. That's
Yeah.
very conscientious of you. Okay. Let's see. Would that be your magic skills? So that'd be primal. Not primal. What is it?
Occult
Nature?
for me.
Occult? Okay, occultist.
I don't really have a magic skill because I'm a charisma caster.
Okay.
Or
Yeah, well,
constitution caster.
yeah. Do occultism then.
Now you can tell your D&D group is composed of older people. Because we're like, oh, we gotta clean up the party afterwards.
Technically it's a success because you're doing it on the ship, and somebody put beautiful lighting on the ship to make.
I'm gonna use my hero point. Critical moment.
Oh,
and I can re-roll it twice and take the best result.
Oh dang! But become doomed. Oh my god!
Hey,
All
only
right.
if I
I'm
fail.
about to go to bed.
All right. Okay. All right. Oh.
Oh, did you roll that?
All right. So
looks like that was the next one. So 22.
Yeah.
Plus 1 because it's on the ship, I guess.
All right. You finished with a solid 3. 3 for 3. Not bad. Okay. Isaac, you must go now.
All right. So, you tell me if I can't do this. But Isaac wants to pull out his alarm clock and set it for the early morning after drinking of 11 o'clock. And when he wakes up, he wants to make waffles for everyone.
Aw. Okay. Okay. That's nice. All right. That's crafting to make food.
Mm-hmm. Cooperative waffle.
Nice.
There's literally something for everything.
Oh, we use that quite a bit in Alkenstar.
I love watching people go through the incredible.
God damn it.
The only thing I'm good at. The only time
I love watching alchemist players go through the journey of alchemy, like as they're like overwhelmed and then amazed, and then they realize that you could throw a bottled rock, and then yeah, like this.
The journey to bottled rock.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. So as things are winding down, and Isaac goes and finds a comfortable place to sleep, so that he can wake up early and make everyone waffles. All right. You at no point partakes of anything, but he does help Songbow clean the boat. Okay. The captain sleeps out in the elements, contemplating his life and his many failures. Boulder falls asleep, dreaming of Gravel falls asleep, dreaming of whatever boulders dream of. Samuel falls asleep with Silver Eye sleeping on his lap, but you and or Songbow do clean up the vomit at least. All right. And then let's see. Kalos. Yeah, I mean Kalos had a good time. He just goes to sleep. Nothing crazy there. Billy Bong, he would have passed out somewhere. And then Miranda. Miranda is probably the last one to sleep. She looks around at the good work that has been done this day. and then maybe she takes clippings of everyone's hair and leaves to make paintbrushes. Maybe. Nothing creepy about that. All right. And as we tally, hold on, let me get the tally music.
Play Mario Party at the very end.
Dude, I was 100% typing that in.
I don't know why, but in my mind it came to like, oh, and a star for random bullshit gets awarded to this person.
All right. In absolute last place, we have Lawrence Party. You will be sinking for the next 3 days.
Why do people do this to themselves?
Well, if you do it for long enough, you don't even feel it anymore.
Honorable mentions definitely go to Cloudhoof, Jade, and Songbow. Well, you know, they 3 and 4, you know, good stuff. Goldleaf, right as Toad is about to award you like the medal, a star drops down over Isaac's head, and then Toad turns around and he gives the award to Isaac.
I felt that so many times. That game has no rhyme or reason for awarding some of those stars. It's like, oh, most gold. Oh, someone who's traveled the most. And random bullshit. Oh, that puts him in the fucking lead.
Person that's playing as Princess Peach. Oh, I love that one. That's one of my favorites.
Well, that's because they're on playing Princess Peach.
This is my spirit animal. All right, Isaac, you you will be immune to fear for the next 3 days. Also, you may choose any 3 NPCs, and you will raise your influence with them.
Oh, I have to pick 3 of them.
You don't have to. You can pick up to 3. Up to 3. You can pick no one if you want.
All right, sexy elf woman.
Okay.
Miranda.
Okay.
I don't want to talk to Billy Bong ever again after he showed me his fanfics.
It's called fan manifesting.
Okay. Can I pick the boat?
Yeah, you can pick the boat. All right.
Okay, that boat. Yeah.
All right. All right. So the spirit that secretly inhabits the boat is so impressed that you gave your friends such a wonderful night, and then waffles in the morning. You're like a professional cannabis chef, knowing how to bring them up and down over the course of the meal. Yeah.
But back at college, they called me Van Wild.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, without your naysayer to talk about your bad boy reputation and what a terrible teacher you are, Miranda's like, you're the coolest. You're just the coolest guy in the whole world. I want to be just like you.
I want you to be better, Miranda.
Better than I am or better than you?
Better than me.
I don't know if that's possible, sir. But if that's what you think, I'll try.
Mm.
And you see that she has a fake mustache.
Oh. Okay.
And you realize you're missing just enough hair to make a fake mustache.
That's a
All right.
Yeah, I think I have hair growth formula.
That morning when you're making the waffles, someone silently has approached you with a knife, and they say, "What can I help with?"
Well, I need you to add this mixture into the syrup because it says it's alchemical.
And you know that for whatever
Salute.
reason, this silver-eyed former assassin thinks you're pretty cool.
I asked the Gemini. They told me to put this glue into it to make it thicker.
All right, beautiful. Now you must set sail. Alas, our days of fun and frivolity on the cursed island have to end. We must go save the others.
You still sickened this day? Is it just Lord?
Lawrence is sickened for the next 3 days. He partied that badly.
Okay.
Okay.
Seeing how rough of a shape Lawrence is in, Goldleaf's gonna be like, "Ooh, you look rough, buddy." Hold
What
on.
did Isaac do to me?
I only took a little bit, and this body doesn't process things as my old one used to. But oof, Jesus. Let me see if I can't help you out a little bit as I cast this.
What do you got? Sound body. All right, you send a surge of healing energy, restore target's body. If you didn't counteract. All right.
Counteract.
All right, the counteract. So the DC is going to be 18. It's going to be the same DC as the party.
So what do I do for counteract? This is the first time I've ever had to do that.
Click the button.
Oh, counteract. Didn't see that. Ah, okay. So it's my proficiency and my charisma. Okay, cool.
I want to say I have run Pathfinder in real life without the computer, and it is possible, but damn, it's a lot nicer when you have the computer. All right, so that does not hit the 18. So you pump that level 2 spell into him, but man, he's in a bad way. Like that poison has sunk deep into the stonework of his body. It's in the sand. It's in the sand in there.
That's rough. Give me until maybe I'll try again tomorrow if you don't mind. If you're still feeling this way,
Dolores, you can't imagine that you could still feel this way tomorrow. That'd be crazy. There's no way you could ever feel this bad for that long. That's nuts.
I've never felt unwell in my life. I don't understand.
I mean, it happens. Let's see. Airship adventures. All right. Don't overpromise. Let's see.
He's definitely lived that my body is a temple lifestyle.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, it's
Now your
made
body's
of the
gonna
same
be
material.
Embark. Have fun.
That health food friend that goes to the party, gets drunk, and then they're eating like Oreo churros that somebody had delivered, on DoorDash. Yeah, like. Yep. I've been that guy. It was a good keto cheat day, but maybe not if you have celiac. Anyways,
I don't know what pizza it was. There was a pizza up at Towson that I had. That was so good. It was so good. I left it everywhere.
All right. Congratulations. We successfully used Pathfinder to do something super fun. So take that, Pathfinder. All right.
Damn.
Yeah, we followed the rules. What are you gonna do about it now? So as you guys set sail, you are sailing through the fog. I guess I could take you over to where are the maps at? Here we go. Cloud Seas. Okay. All right, you guys are here. All right. According to the captain, Port Eclipse is over this direction. So there are 2 hexes between you guys and Port Eclipse. I guess, Captain, you got some choices. You got H14 and you got G13. Unless you really want to go crazy and you could go not take a direct route. That's fine too.
This is too much responsibility.
I mean, listen, if people die, right? If people die, I mean, it is your fault. But I mean, you know, like that's part of being a captain. That's part of being a captain.
As your quartermaster, is there anything you would like help with on this decision?
Which hex looks more favorable to you?
Okay. Would it be like some type of skill check to maybe get an understanding of what could be next to us?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I
do have plane of air lore.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me a recall knowledge check.
All right, I'll just go recall knowledge.
All right.
You didn't put something crazy right next to us, guys. Don't worry.
With your limited knowledge, because again, the people of Terran don't know yet. With your limited knowledge, you have heard about the 6 hexes surrounding the city, right? And you've maybe even sailed through several of them. But beyond that, I mean, it's only just rumors and speculation.
Can I recall knowledge about any rumors I might have heard?
Yeah, sure. Oh, can you guys see that tile? That massive tile? All right, I'm gonna try to put that down for the Hydroforge square. There you go. All right. Yeah. Okay, let me check.
It's probably been said already, but is there like a time frame or like a distance that each hex is away from another hex?
So, a hex generally with the airship that's working and a successful like sailing check you can kind of move into and through it in a day or a perceived day, essentially. Yeah. All right. Okay. Rumors for this area. Okay. Go ahead and give me a D12. Okay. You have heard of something called the Still Zone. It is an entire area of dead air. It is said that not only is there no wind, but that the air is not breathable. There have been ships that rely entirely on sails that have found themselves moving at a brisk pace, propelled into this void of dead air, and then they're stranded there, and everyone dies.
I relay my thoughts to Goldleaf, because I don't want to die, and I feel like this is something we definitely need to consider.
Yeah, that would definitely be bad.
Wouldn't you imagine, though, that if this was to happen to anybody else, that we'd be able to see their ship unmoving with dead bodies on it before we got close enough?
Right, we'd be able to see, a derelict or something just there. I also feel like if we're going in this direct, people would be taking a direct route into for the Eclipse, right? They wouldn't be going on some weird, crazy route to circle around and stuff unless they really knew.
Remember, the people of Terranathus don't really try to have any outside contact
Yeah.
with Port Eclipse. If you know, because pirates, right? You don't want to have pirates coming to your town. That'd be terrible.
So we flip for it. Heads, we go the up one. Tails, we go on the bottom one.
Honestly, at this point, I feel like that's about as good a choice as any right now, because we'd be guessing either way.
Yeah, this is all kind of a little bit of a new experience, so...
Oh, I have a thought. So, I have a kite. What if we attach the kite to our ship, and then as it's... If it stops flying, or if we see something happen with the kite, maybe that'll give us a good idea as to what could be in store for us. It won't give us much notice, but it could give us some.
Ooh, like a little bit of a slightly ahead warning system. I could see that. I could see that. We can probably get the boys working on something like that.
For now, though, I say we just flip for it.
Would you like the honors?
No, go ahead. That way, if we fail, everybody can blame it on you. No.
I forget how you flip a coin in Foundry.
I'm just gonna do it.
Coin?
I'm just gonna do a D2
/C maybe,
or maybe C. You know. So 1 would be the top hex. 2 would be the bottom hex. All right.
Bottom hex.
Hex.
All right. All right.
Can you circle the hex that we're heading to?
Yeah, it's that one down there. So
Like
you guys should be able to
final
draw on the map. Oh yeah, you're heading to this one. All right, I will need a piloting check from your helmsman.
Oh, okay.
Is this aidable?
And this can be assisted with someone doing a perception check.
You do get a +1 to the
There we go.
piloting check because I've made this our signature vehicle.
This will be 2. Assist does not help.
Okay. All right, an 18 is going to be a success. You guys are able to kind of make it into this new area. As you do, you hear a sort of honking, fluting sound off in the distance. Let me see if I've got the sound effect. Yeah, it's that sort of sound.
Sky
That kind
dolphins. No.
You guys see, well, I guess not with that perception check. You guys hear the demand to know what it is. Goldleaf, you may attempt another perception check since you're apparently up in the crow's nest.
Could I attempt a perception check as well?
Yeah, I think you got it though. I think you got it.
Okay. Oh shoot, yeah.
You see a sky whale approaching the ship.
Do I know these things to be? Oh, I don't know. I don't know anything about these things.
You can do a recall knowledge on it. Okay. With that check, you are unsure if this is a hostile creature, an ambient creature, a curious creature, a friendly creature. You have no idea.
We have a sky whale incoming. Not sure if it's friendly or hostile. Just be ready for anything.
All right, Jade, you have heard stories about some of the sky whales that hang out near Terranathus. If they have a sort of black and white coloration, they delight in capsizing airships.
Goldleaf, what color is it?
Goldleaf, it's black. It's black and white. It's black and white.
It's black and white. Does that mean anything?
You said if they're black and gold, they like to destroy things, right?
I don't know. It's black and white for sure. You may also ask any two mechanical questions, or any two questions you'd like about the sky whale.
How does one avoid sky whales?
Oof, what a great question. Sky whales like self-preservation, so there have been tales, and it is a proven thing that if you have a significant show of force, they will leave you alone. And they are smart enough that you won't generally get attacked by the same sky whale more than once if you manage to chase it off. If you if they have friendos, they might, and you really made an impression, they might tell their friendos about you, and then they won't attack you either. You may ask another question.
Is this a juvenile that we're dealing with?
Ooh, great question. It is a juvenile that you're dealing with, which means that it will very much be trying to capsize your boat any second now. So we're going to switch over to an airship battle. All right, let's see.
It's coming closer.
Jade's gonna yell at the crew and just tell them to give it everything they got. If we appear strong enough, he'll leave us alone.
Hell yeah. All right. Let me get you guys over to that map. Skies, Hex Battle. Okay. Oh,
If we
man.
kill it, we get lots of resources.
That's true.
All right, so you guys are. We'll put you right about here in the middle, and then.
Do you think the ship could wrestle the whale, Longbow?
Do I what?
Do you think the ship could wrestle it? It does have the claw.
I think attaching the claw to this creature means that even if we convince it that we're too strong for it, it won't be able to run away.
All right. It is worth pointing out that this juvenile specimen is the same size, if not larger, than your ship. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's larger than your ship. Holy shit.
Oh shit.
All right. Okay. So how it works is we roll all you guys into initiative. So let me grab the party bus. Put you guys off to the side here. And because of its massive size, it will be acting 6 times in combat. But you guys will also each be acting.
And what do you mean by acting 6 times? It's just taking an action?
I mean, it has like 6 opportunities to go during the fight to kind of react to what's going on and things like that. As far as like smashing you guys and stuff, no, it has a limited action economy, but it can spend it across those 6 different activations.
Okay.
Yeah, and depending on the strength of the creature, it would have more or less. In this case, it has 6 action points to spend across 6 potential rounds. So it could skip a turn if it does, if it doesn't want to, or it could use up to 3 in any given activation. And then if you slow it, you're slowing it. It's losing 1, for each slow or for each stun, for example. It would just lose 1 from the 6 that it has access to. All right, but you guys get your full 3 actions, but you're going to want to spend the 3 actions primarily to do ship-based actions. And then the only one you need to worry about is the whale near you. These ones up near the top of the screen, they're just to track its extra chances to go. Same with you guys over here. All right. Let's see. I guess I could change out your music. All right. Roll this. Okay. Begin encounter. All right. Let's see. It is going to. Dude, it's so fast. Oh my god. All right. Okay. With a speed that is startling to witness on such a large creature, it moves right up on you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As the creature approaches, I do not think, based on the backstories I've read for your characters, that any of you have ever been this close to any living thing that is of this magnitude. There is no way that like a person with weapons could like fight something of this size in a meaningful way. Like, this is why the dwarves invented like siege engines and machines of war, and why summoners would like master the spells to call forth like their own kaiju to do battle with beasts of such magnitude, and why ships were used to like hunt like leviathans back in the seas of Galarian. Like, it's just so large as to sort of make it not make any sense when you were looking at it. So as it flies forward with its tremendous speed, let's see. You do see that it had to spend 1 Pachyman to turn before it did. So it spent 1 to turn, and then 1 to move forward, and then on its last action, when it is here, it is going to. Actually, it doesn't do anything. It's gonna, because what it wants to do is 2 actions, so it's going to wait until its next activation to do it. All right, Gold Leaf. Remember, only the helmsman can move the ship. unless the quartermaster jumps in to do a helmsman action for 2 of their actions. Because the quartermaster can essentially be anyone else on a 2-for-1 basis.
Okay. Well, first things first. I probably I may want to make features so I can do this stuff. It looks like as quartermaster, I have the feature for morale boost. So I'm gonna give my +1 status bonus Cloud for this one.
Okay.
So
All right,
whatever
nice.
helmsman thing they're gonna be doing, they'll have a +1. Is that just to that action, or is it duration?
I forgot to do that on my prep list. Yeah, I have to turn all of the ship jobs into actual clickable shit in the engine. Oh man. All right, I'll get that for next week. But thank you.
Okay.
All right. So at the start of each round, choose one or no. That's a passive thing. It doesn't use any actions. So you actually declare that at the beginning of round 1. Yeah. So
right.
Okay.
So Cloud Hoof. That's for all of his actions. It looks like.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So anything that he's doing, you're going to go +1 status for this round.
Right. Now keep in mind that the captain, when they use aid on someone, is a status. So the captain doesn't need to worry about encouraging someone that the quartermaster is encouraging. Because that statuses won't stack.
Okay, so I'm hearing don't help Cloudhoof.
Right. Correct. As the captain. Other people could help Cloudhoof, but you wouldn't need to because the quartermaster's already doing it. All right. You have your 3 actions though on your turn, Cloudhoof. So what are you gonna do?
Wait.
Is he done yet, or?
Hey, what?
You said Cloudhoof. That's I wasn't sure.
Oh, sorry. Gold leaf.
Okay.
Yeah. You have 3. You have your 3 actions.
Yeah. I guess the next question I have is is the round duration still the same as combat? Like 6 seconds?
I mean,
I'm thinking because the next thing I was gonna do was cast musical accompaniment, which lasts for a minute.
Okay.
So I guess pretty much like this combat, I'd have that boost on myself for performance checks.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then next thing I was gonna do was lingering composition, courageous anthem. I have to step myself for this. Where am I? All right. Shoot. I did select equipment.
Oh, and to kind of walk through all the passives, the helmsman did not need to do a piloting sailing lore or nature because this is not like a hazardous area. But if it was, they would get to do a check for free at the start of the round to see if they could negate the penalties or lessen them.
That.
Ooh, very nice.
Okay. Since it's a 60-foot radius, I guess everyone on the ship will get +1s for their attack rolls, damage rolls, and saves against fear effects.
Nice.
All right. That's gonna be my 3.
All right. Lawrence, you are up. So
Lawrence.
as the gun boss, you are the only one that can command the guns to be fired. Well, and the quartermaster, but
Of course. Lawrence, who is just in a stupor, you see him at his perch. There's wet sand around his feet. He's like in like a upright fetal position. He shakes out of it and he sees the whale and he jumps on the gun and he's gonna go for a shot. You're gonna have to -1 from this.
okay. -1. Okay. Ooh. All right. As you go to take the shot, well, you have a +1.
I do.
From
+1 from
if
the
it's-
song.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I do. And if I need, if I also have the Factspiration +1 if I need it.
Okay. So let's see. With the +1, but the -1, that brings it back to a 20. If you use the Factspiration +1, that will hit. Its AC is a 21.
I'll take it.
All right. So give it the damage. It's got to make a reflex save. It fails, so it is slowed 1.
It should be applying also +1 to damage rolls, so it's 10.
Nice. All right. Let's see. Ooh, and 10 is the damage threshold. Very nice. Oh no, I killed it. Found you. Why?
I did so good.
I know, it's just fucking died
So much
instantly.
blood.
So much blood.
Let's see.
No, that was only one action. Like, what the hell do I do with the rest of them? Not gonna
Yeah,
give it-
unfortunately-
Yeah, now that it's dead.
Yeah, yeah. Now that it's dead. Let's see.
I could
applied the
still hit it at
damage.
map if I rolled really well.
I don't understand why it's happened. All right, hold on.
What
Do I have to
thing?
reload the gun?
So how a siege weapon normally works is it takes 100 years to use.
Mhm.
So in the airship rules, with the gun bosses commanding their team, right? Each siege weapon can be fired once per round, and then it's assumed that in the background you guys are, fixing it or whatever. So that's why you want to have more than one gun, because then you can run to the next gun and be like, fire this one, and then run to the next one and be like, fire that one, and that's how you would get multiple shots off and around.
It's like CFAs.
Yeah. And then they have something called arrays, which is like an augment, where basically you have the same gun multiple times and you fire all of them at once, and then you get to combine the damage of like all of those guns being fired at once, and that's how you overcome like the damage threshold of targets.
Oh, and remember, you accumulate those accuracy tokens.
Yeah, you do get 1 accuracy token at the start of your turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't here last time, so I guess.
Oh, okay. Do you have a link to the document?
Probably. Yeah, you sent it
Alright.
earlier. I got it.
All right, I'll put it here again. Yeah.
I'll make sure. I'll go
So
over
as
it
the
just-
gun boss, you get 1 accuracy token per round, and you can spend an accuracy token before a strike to gain a +1 status bonus per token spent to a maximum of +3. And then there's augments that you can get that also are fueled by accuracy tokens.
Okay.
Okay.
So I
So
can only really fire
you have
once.
two
this
more.
round.
You have 2 more Pac-Mans left, so you could
Can
just
I
use
aid?
1 to. Yeah, you could definitely use it to aid. Yep.
All right, cool. Hold on, I gotta get to my character sheet. Yeah, they can use that. That's
Kinda
perfect.
saying
Okay,
Some of my stuff overlapping a lot of people's actions.
so can
What,
I
your
use?
your bard stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's just the nature of bard.
I mean, I'll get another song that'll do something different. I can
Mhm.
switch it up so I'm not taking people's stuff.
Anyways, I'd like to aid the next person on my team. Wait, that's gonna be Cloudhoof. He already has the +1. Isaac, the next.
Well, no.
person-
Remember, when you aid, that's circumstance. So circumstance
Okay.
stacks with status.
Okay, then I'll aid Cloudhoof in whatever he's doing by doing
Okay.
an athletics check to help keep things tight on the ship.
All right, sounds good. All right.
As just enough, I think.
All right. Oh yeah, DC's a 15.
Yep.
Yep.
So
So he will have a +1 status and a +1 circumstance on whatever he tries to do.
Great. And I have one more action. Can you aid twice?
Oh yeah. I believe you can aid twice. Yeah.
All right, then I'm also
But
gonna.
I think aid still requires a reaction though. It's an action to set up,
Okay.
and it's a reaction to activate. So you can't. Yeah.
I guess I'll recall knowledge.
Okay, sure. All right. Yeah, you actually do recognize this type of creature. Yeah, it is a juvenile black-spotted sky whale.
Okay.
All right, you may ask one question about it.
I know it's AC.
Yeah, you do know it's AC.
Does it have any weaknesses?
Let me see. That's any weaknesses. It is weak to sonic damage.
Isaac, perhaps you could scare it away with a thunderstone.
Hmm.
Perhaps. I don't know.
I have lightning in the bottle. I could. Oh jeez. Oh man, I'm doing this. Oh no.
No. Two days in a row, Curse
I
of
know.
Strahd. It's over now.
Burned
It's
in,
over.
yeah.
All right. Play passes back to the creature. Let's see. The creature is going to lose one of its Pac-Mans to the slow. I have 3 Pac-Mans left. It is going to try and beat up the ship now. Let's see. All right, moving strain. Oh, damn. Okay. All right. Yeah, it is going to open its mouth and just kind of roar. And the sound is almost like debilitating as it sort of warbles and cries out. You can feel it shaking the ship and shaking you guys as well.
Is this considered an area of effect?
This is an area of effect attack.
This is a fear effect.
It is not a fear effect.
I'll use our sky scale Valerians.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Helmsman stall roll. When targeted by area of effect, roll piloting versus the DC. Success grants evasion. Oh, very nice. This is a fort save though. Let's see. When targeted by an area of evasion. Well, it doesn't really matter because it's evasion against all AOE. Okay. It's just giving the example that that's what evasion does. So a crit success will equal a crit success. Okay. Then the ship would normally roll, but you're going to roll. This is a DC 20 piloting or sailing lore. So you have a +1 status and a +1 circumstance from your allies helping you.
All right.
Ooh, okay. That is not going to make the 20.
There's our hero point.
Okay. Oh no!
Hmm.
All right.
Well,
That
wait,
does-
but you get the +1 bonuses included?
I see the circumstances included. I don't see the status, but that brings it up to a 19, and the DC was a 20.
Circumstance bonuses, they don't stack or anything either, do they?
Correct. Yeah, it takes the
Yeah.
highest of the each. There's 3 different types of bonuses: circumstance,
Yeah.
status, and item. Yeah. All right. Then here comes the damage. This damage is happening to both the ship and to you guys on the ship. You guys would take half of the damage that would be dealt to the ship. All right, so 12. I don't know if 12 gets past your... Oh shit, that is your damage threshold. Okay,
Yeah.
so then the ship does take 12 damage from that. And then you guys would each
Six.
take 6 damage. Yep. And the reason that there's attacks that damage the crew as well is if you decide to switch from like ship battle to like boarding battle, like you can have each other like tenderized a bit before you engage. All right. And that was 2 of its Pac-Mans. All right. That brings us to its turn. It has a single Pac-Man it can use. I guess it'll just go for broke while it's here. Yeah. All right. It is gonna try and chomp at your ship. All right. So target and jaws. Alright, it does not have improved grab, so it cannot actually grab because of the slow effect from your cannons. So it just bites the ship, but doesn't have enough energy to do anything with it. But it bites the ship hard. Oh, damn. Alright, so with the 12 you already took, and then the 23, the ship is in bad shape. Alright, it is out of action economy. Cloudhoof, you are up.
We can't outrun it. You saw how fast it moves.
Right, you know it's weak to Sonic, and according to Jade, it will not pursue you, or sorry, it will leave if it feels like it's threatened.
You should just turn to face it.
And do remember that your engineer has an ability to repair the ship in the middle of battle.
So we'll spend 1 action to pivot, one facing, and spend another to pivot another just so we can turn to face the creature itself. Line herself up.
Okay, I mean, currently you guys are in the shared space with it, so your guns will be able to target it, like, no problem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I could do right now, fortunately.
Okay. I mean, you could delay. You want to delay?
Yeah, we'll just do that. We'll delay.
All right. Isaac, to you.
Alright, I'm going to use the quick alchemy. And
Okay.
I'm going to create a blasting stone.
Oh, okay.
Hang on. Oh no, did it do the wrong one? Sorry, for some reason it reset. There it is. Hold on, sorry. Being
All
a
good.
pain in the butt. I'm gonna like take the blasting stone and I'm just gonna chuck it at the whale.
Okay.
Oh, it says that I'm out of range.
Oh, yeah, because of the sheer scale of the map or whatever. Like, these hexes are, like, really, really big.
I did like.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's
so
okay,
as you chuck it over the side of the ship, the wind just kind of snatches the bottle and it whoosh.
Does it still do splash, dude?
I would. I don't know if it'll get past the creature's damage threshold.
Yeah. 1.
Yeah.
Oh,
Its
yeah.
damage threshold is 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the sprinkles of sound.
Blasting.
Yeah. I mean, it would have its weakness. What is the splash damage though? Let's see. 2 plus 5 from the weakness would be 7. So no, it is not enough. All right, what else you got?
Still, I don't think using the sip wizard thing, like the decoil glyph, should help much because it just shuts down other ships. So. Oof. I'm not sure how. I'm not sure what else I could do.
Okay. You could always do an assist action on someone else if they, like, Like you could assist like Laritz so that they have a +1 circumstance to their attacks, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that would probably be good. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll try to assist Laritz and shooting.
And remember, as an alchemist, you could also be like making drugs for people that boost the skills that they need for ship battle stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking at. I had something that was an ammunition. I don't know if it count. You know what I mean? Like toward like the ship ammunition. Probably not, right?
What do you mean?
So.
The components of this ammunition will have a strong smell when combined a creature hit by.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool to like use that stuff to affect the ammunition of the ship. Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
Okay. Yeah. So, quick alchemy. Remind me, can I use that multiple times a turn?
I think as long as
Is
it's
what
the
you have your
flourish
Pac-Man?
tag. Yeah, as long as it doesn't have flourish tag, yeah.
So then what I'll do is I'll use that.
All right, so you're gonna
Never
apply
tried.
that. You're gonna try that to the stuff. Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah,
And then
quick alchemy is a single Pac-Man with manipulate and alchemist, so it doesn't have flourish.
Oh,
So yeah,
okay.
you can just keep doing it.
Okay. Yeah. So then I'll make the aroma ammunition.
Okay.
And then like I guess with my last Pac-Man I'll assist Laritz and.
Okay, and then that'll use your reaction as well. So you'll use your reaction when Laritz's turn comes up to a system. Okay.
Cool.
It is spent. It has no more actions to spend. Jade, to you.
How far away would you say I would be on the ship from our friend? Like if I wanted to cast a spell.
For the purpose of the ship battle, you're wherever you need to be on the ship at the time.
So if I cast a spell that was like 30-foot range, would I be able to hit him?
In this instance, it's literally biting your ship. So yeah.
Okay, that's what I reasoned in my head.
Oh
but I
yeah.
wasn't
No.
sure.
Totally. Yeah, totally. Like you guys could be like, oh, we're gonna board the Leviathan, and then
Oh, I
I'll
thought
switch
about
you
it.
over to a map where you just would be on the Leviathan or in the Leviathan. Yeah, but I didn't think you wanted to do that. So
Yeah.
Level 3.
As
Ask me
that
that
close
was
ship
level
is not
5.
going down.
Orin appears on one of your shoulders.
It's like any level is the right level to jump into the creature.
It's easier to kill from the inside.
Fucking loading screen tip.
Okay, I think for 2 of my Pac-Mans, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna cast Concordant Choir for 2 Pac-Mans, and hopefully I can do enough sonic damage to them.
Ooh, okay. Whatever you roll for damage, you're gonna get 5 added onto it. So
Yeah.
as long as you get 10 or higher, you'll do damage to it.
Do I click on him to target him or?
I mean he's right there, so he is gonna get a fortitude save though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So pick which one you're gonna do and cast it, and then we'll play it out. We'll see what happens. So you're doing
It's the 2 Pac-Man one, so it's the 10-foot
Alright.
burst. I'm assuming I was right next to him, so it just
Yeah. So right off the side of the boat. All right. It tries to roll. It is gonna succeed. So it's gonna take half the damage. So you hit the roll damage. All right, that ends up going to 5. But then it gets lowered to 2. Then it gets increased by 5 to 7. So it hits the creature. The creature lets out like a sound in response to your sound, but it doesn't seem to bother it too much. Like it kind of shakes a little bit as the sound hits it. Like it doesn't like it, but it wasn't enough to damage it. It's just so massive in size.
Damn.
It doesn't go up to 10 from its weakness.
I think the PEMDAS math is
Okay.
the damage that goes through is then boosted by the weakness. Do you know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So it's 5 damage halved, and then it goes through and gets the 5 more tossed back on. That way, you know, the saving throw doesn't reduce the weakness. Like the weakness is whatever damage made it through.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right. You have
well, I
one
tried.
Pac-Man left.
I'm gonna use that Pac-Man to assist Songbow.
Okay. All right. Play passes to Songbow. Songbow, no pressure, but the ship is in bad way.
All right, I jump onto the sky whale. No,
Whoa!
No, I'm gonna try to repair the ship.
Oh, okay.
So that's crafting.
It is a crafting. So the question is, what rank is your crafting? It's still trained, right? Or are you expert?
I am expert.
Okay, so you could attempt a DC 20, which would get 2d8 plus 10 healing, or you could just go with a DC 15, which would be 2d8. On a critical success on the trained, it would be 4d8 healing. And on a critical success on the expert, it would be 48 plus 10. So some
we're
people
gonna go for the big one.
Oh, going for the 20. Okay. All right, DC 20. You got a +1 status from the captain. Very nice. Let's see. That is a critical success. So that's going to be 4D. No, that's not a critical success. Sorry, you went for the DC 20. So that's going to be 2d8 plus 10. So go ahead and roll 2d8 for me. Very nice. So yeah, you heal the ship up 21.
Excellent. All right,
All right.
and that
you
was
have one Pac-Man
2
left.
Pac-Mans. Okay. For future turns, assuming the ship still exists, the Twin Claw docking rig and in the cradle hook harness, they specify like ship or object.
Oh, okay,
in this scenario,
for
would
the
that
purposes of Leviathans, count as ships. Leviathans count as ships.
Okay.
Yep.
Those are not usable right now because those are also 2 actions. But I'm not really sure what else I can do with just a single action.
Yeah, when in doubt with a single action, you should totally just assist someone else that you think could benefit.
I will assist Lawrence.
Okay, nice. All right, then we roll into the next round.
I'll go.
Oh, you're gonna jump in? Okay.
Yeah. We're going to draw our harpoon off our back that we've had.
Oh shit. Okay.
So. And then we are going to strike at it. I guess throw it. Nope. Oh well. There goes the harpoon.
Okay. And then it's added to the random encounter table for another crew. So
It's tethered.
Oh, is it tethered? Okay, thank God. Yeah, there it is. Okay.
It's just dangling from the boat now.
All right. And then you have so one action to take the thing out, another action to throw it. So you have one Pac-Man left.
And then we will move. What's our movement speed? 5. Move ahead 5. Yeah. Oh, I can't actually move the ship.
Oh, worth mentioning because it doesn't say here. It says it's a treat wounds like formula that does include the cooldown as well. So with engineer, there will be augments that make the ship so you can repair it more frequently, but once you repair it with that action, it is going to be on a cooldown, so you could repair it again.
Oof.
Yeah, but I mean, it needed to be healed, and you did a great job. But it's just, you know, it's not something that's done like every single round.
So yeah, we're gonna move the ship speed forward.
Oh, nice. Okay, so go ahead and give me a. I don't think you have to do any piloting check or anything for that. I think you just get to move it.
No, it
All right,
just
so
says-
5 forward because of your plate. All right. Nice. And that is your 3. All right,
That's
top of the round. As you go away from the critter is sad. Why are you leaving me? All right. It is going to spend, what is it? Oh. It would have been facing this way, my bad.
slow though, right?
Well, it already paid the slow last
Oh,
round.
gotcha,
Yeah, when
gotcha.
it came up. Alright, so it's gonna do. Yeah, I just got an idea. Alright. It is going to. One Pac-Man turn. So it's facing that away. Then it is going to. Second Pac-Man dive. So it actually goes down. To the lower area. So in a ship battle, there are three heights. So everything just kind of starts in the middle, and then you have the lower and upper, and that's as far as we're going with it. We're not going to do like the exact number of feet up or down or anything like that. If there's a difference in height, it's always 2 hexes. So it's 2 hexes up and 2 hexes down, essentially. So it simply has kind of dived down to like a lower level than you guys. And then with its third action, let's see. Would it do? Yeah, cloud dive. Okay. Oh, that's actually one action. Sweet. Yeah, so it dives down into the clouds below, and you temporarily kind of lose track of it. It gains concealed until it takes its next action. All right, so you guys see it kind of dip down into the clouds. All right. Gold leaf to you.
Okay, so now it's below us.
It is below, so it counts as 2. The distance it is from you, and then another 2 because it's just down 2. We're not gonna like Pythagorean theorem it or anything. We're gonna abstract when you're higher or lower than the other ships.
Okay.
But as part of that move where it dived, it like dived into clouds, so it is like concealed.
Yeah. I'm going to attempt a seek action. See if I can get out of
Okay.
it. Oh, sorry. Start of the round. Lord, you're getting a +1. That's +1.
Hooray.
Morale boost. And then yeah, actual first action seek.
Okay. Well, keep in mind when something's concealed, you can see it. It's not like hidden.
Right.
Like, yeah. It just means it's harder to hit. But you don't need to do a seek action on it.
Okay, never mind.
If you hold your action, I'll dive down on my turn.
Oh.
That is a long way though. We'll probably get to us by then.
Oh, hey, I'm low.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you're at the bottom of the turn right now. It's probably gonna dive at us after Lords.
Remember, you can do recall knowledge for one action. You can aid another for one action. Like you have all of your normal things that you could do, plus your ship job, and so like you can mix and match them as you see fit.
Yeah. That buff on everybody. Yeah, I guess this turn I'm going to do an aid action to Isaac. Actually, yeah, I'll do an aid for Isaac. Let's do this as... Not entirely sure what he's doing, but play something to get him... Oh, what the hell? Play something to get him motivated. Alright, so that will give Isaac a +1 on the reaction. I'll do a recall knowledge on this creature.
Oh, you want to hear a fun thing? I forgot this. I forgot this in the first round. All right. So when you start playing your music, that actually triggers its passive ability. Where's that passive ability? Oh wait, hold on. All right.
It's not a fan of music.
Oh no, it actually is a fan of music. It is called Target of Interest, Curious Sniff, which is this. If a player uses performance, magic, or unusual augments, the whale fixates on that ship for the round. It follows them with disproportionate curiosity, attempting to hover beside or under them. The ship gets +2 to be hit, but +1 to all checks to interact with it. So, it definitely have its attention.
Oh. I didn't want the ship to be easier to hit. Well, okay, I just did a recall knowledge. Do I now? Or was that check any good?
Yeah, you may ask one question about the juvenile black-spotted sky whale.
Okay, just to be fair, essentially, does it have any special things? And I guess I would learn about this.
Yeah, so, you're asking about, like, its passives, or just
any special abilities?
Oh, man. Okay, so, yes. It has something called Echo Pulse, which basically gives it, blind sight for a round. It has an ability to slow down other ships and leviathans that it moves next to or through. They have to do a fortitude save or become dazzled and slowed. It has a belly flop, which allows it to shove things away from it. It has a move called Sky Breach and Spiral, which, if it is concealed in clouds, it can move out of that concealment, and it can cause targets to spin out, and if they critically fail, become immobilized. It has its yell that it did at the beginning, and its other special move is it can where is it? Oh, breach slam. This is its strongest move, and you know that it's serious when it's using it. It can move 2 actions. It can move 4 hexes in a straight line, enter an enemy ship's or Leviathan space, and deal quite a bit of damage that ignores damage threshold. Then the ship has, or the target has to do a reflex save or be rotated randomly.
Well, shit.
It is a reflex save against the damage coming, from that move. The one that the damage that ignores DT. So it is, basic reflex.
To relay that information to the rest of the group, would that be an action?
Normally we don't.
Stuff?
Normally we don't penalize recall knowledge for that kind of stuff. But since it is a lot of information, I think that'd be fair to say. Yeah, it takes a round for you to kind of use the ship's radio to kind of communicate that information.
Okay, I'll use my last action to do that.
Okay.
Brace, because I think it's about to do something big, and relay all that stuff. That'll be it.
All right. Lawrence, you're up.
I would like to start by using sense motive. Like, I'm watching this thing like a Meg circle in as you get the ship, and I'm trying to figure out when it's going to attack me. When it's going to launch forward, and I have to hit it with the cannonballs to make it veer off.
Okay. You get the sense that with the information you just got from Goldleaf, it has done part 1, which is conceal itself in clouds. So the next thing it's going to do is that spiral move. Yeah.
So what he wants to do is he's gonna hold an action to fire the cannons when it exposes itself.
All right. Remember to aid is 1 Pac-Man and then your reaction. To hold an action is 2 Pac-Mans for 1 and your reaction.
Yep.
Okay. So you're gonna hold for it to. All right. Sounds good. Okay. Play passes to the creature. Let's see. All right, so it's gonna 2 Pac-Man's gonna move, and it's gonna do the breach and spiral. All right, so it comes up from the lower area, bursts out of the clouds, no longer concealed. As it's no longer concealed, do you want to take your shot?
It's been a rough night.
Oof. All right.
I'm going to use. Oh wait, shit. That's a reaction, so it wouldn't be an aid.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. As you take the shot, it goes wide of the mark, and the creature's head butts against the bottom of the ship, sending it into a spiral. We need the pilot to give me a DC 17 check. A critical failure will render the ship immobile. A failure, it will gain a random facing.
Alright. Piloting check.
Oh shit! All right, you were able to keep the ship facing the current direction, and it just kind of nudges.
It should be a 23. I don't know why the monster scavengers have.
Oh, okay, don't worry. It buoys the boat back and forth when it slams into it. Does no damage, and the ship does not get knocked off course. All right. It has 2 actions remaining. Let's see. All right. Currently under target of interest. Yeah. It is going to let out another honking sort of cry at the ship. Like it did it when it opened on you guys, using its last 2 actions for its jet stream roar. So that's going to be an AoE fortitude from the ship, which will determine how everyone else is damaged by it. This is 4d8 sonic. So a DC 20 from the ship. Do you want to use that reaction again? Do you have a reaction to use? Okay.
Yeah, because I haven't used it yet.
All right.
I used it on the.
So you're using the sky scale ailerons or ailerons?
Yeah.
All right, go for it. So you're gonna do a piloting or sailing lore instead of the fortitude save. So it's DC 20. If you succeed, you guys won't take any damage.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
buddy. All right. Yeah, with the augments that you made to the ship back in on the Hydroforge, you are able to sort of steer the ship through the reverberating song of this creature, and you spare the ship and everyone on it 4d8 sonic damage. Nice. All right. And it is out of actions for the round as we get to Isaac.
Well, I look at Larit. I see that he's sick. And I'm going to make something for it.
Oh, okay.
You did this. You did this to me.
I did no such thing. You did this to yourself.
You hear Miranda cry, "I helped!"
He helped. Here, I've made this paste. I'm going to need to rub it on your throat. Don't move.
Definitely a moment where he like rears back because he's terrified of what he might do to him further, but he can't leave his gun post, so ultimately he's helpless to stop him.
Okay.
It seems to have a sore throat. That's all it is.
All right. You
I
make
always sound like this.
You won't after this.
Oh no. If you accept his treatment, you get to.
It's a plus
I don't have to use
Fortitude.
character voice anymore.
Yeah, you don't have to do the character voice either. You get a fortitude save with a +2 bonus, +2 item bonus.
And
But
you
it
get
is
to
only going to
immediately-
remove, since this is a sickened condition that's going to last 3 days, this will remove it for 1 hour.
Does that say I get a fortitude save right now, or
Yeah, make a fortitude save
Okay.
with a +2 bonus.
+2? Okay.
And this will this will remove the sickened condition for an hour. Nice! Alright.
Base mix.
You feel so much better. It's like he just poured Pepto-Bismol down your throat.
Oh wow, I feel so much better.
Alright, well now, that's one action. I would like to...
That's fucking fine.
So, I can make a blasting stone. Could you shoot the blasting stone out of your cannon?
Dang.
Put it in the slime.
So there is a type of gun that can shoot like alchemy. So for sure you can get a cannon that does that, but at this point you would not have that yet. Yeah.
Alright.
That is a real thing. There's this
Yeah.
guy in my Monday game that has that weapon. So
We should get a cannon that can shoot alchemy.
Isaac.
That guy on mine can barely shoot shit.
oh hey.
Isaac, I've had time to think on my previous thing, and it's shooting sonic sounds at us. I'm not sure that my deduction was correct,
Oh.
but you can
We should-
try.
Well, I'll just throw it at it.
All right, you gonna chuck it at him?
Mhm.
Okay.
No, the target's out of range, so I have to do the... Hang on, I'm move real close.
I don't even know if that
I think every hex is like 150 feet or something.
It
crazy
is.
like that. Yeah.
Very
yeah.
far.
Okay.
Why
Even with
isn't-
the range penalty -8, even with the range penalty -8, ignored, that still came in as an 8. So yeah, that did not hit. Let's see, rolled a 9 plus if we added 8 back in, which it's still more than 20 feet away, I think at this point. Yeah. That would, yeah. And once again, the wind just takes it. It's almost like they invented weapons to use
I
so
know.
that you wouldn't throw things off the side of your ship like this. All right. What else you got? What else you got?
Well, Okay, I could use the magical ship weapon. It'll turn off all of its ship's ability.
Ooh, I mean, you
But
can
it's
try.
a whale. It's a whale.
I mean, the Leviathan counts as a ship. You could give it a shot.
But I think it's more electrical.
I mean, aren't living creatures powered by electricity?
I guess.
Okay.
I don't have enough Pac-Man to do it
Oh.
because I threw a rock at. Well,
Alright.
Loritz, with your newfound health, I guess I'll assist you.
Alright, so you're gonna use an assist on Loritz. Got it.
Really
All right.
appreciate that, Isaac.
It's out of actions. It's out of actions. You guys okay with going through the rest of the round, or you want to stop right here? Because we are at.
I want to go to
time.
bed.
All right, we're gonna stop right here. All right, then we will continue next week with Jade. All right.
I see how it is.
How it is, we want you to be able to go first. I mean, that feels like the most important thing. All right.
Fair, because I am just the most important person.
I mean, you are the captain. That's the most important person. All right, Captain Mr. Jade.
I like it. I like the title.
Next. All right, beautiful. All right, so obviously my intention is not to kill you guys with this young whale that's just fucking around. It's more to show you guys the mechanics of like the airship battle in a lower stakes situation. Are they kind of like making sense though? Yeah, are they kind of making sense though? Like the flow of it. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to create a ship system where everyone actually could do stuff during the ship battles, because so many of the rules for ships are like one person is steering the boat and everyone's like, "You're doing great," and like that's pretty much it. So yeah.
Feels like Starfinder. I enjoy it.
Oh yeah. That was definitely the core system is from Starfinder. All right, sweet. Announcements. My kid graduates tomorrow. To high school.
Woo.
So that's great. So I'm going to that tomorrow. And then depending on what my kid decides to do to celebrate, I may or may not see if Dom is able to do a vodcast, or we might just hang out and whatevs. If you are into Minecraft, my kid has started a Minecraft server. So if you're feeling the hankering, it's like a no mods, just regular Bedrock edition Minecraft server. So if you feel like kicking around in Minecraft for a little bit, let me know. I think they've got room on the server. And then Saturday I'm gonna do a stream about Japan. Sunday we got Kingmaker. Monday Stolen Fate continues. And then I think Wednesday of next week will be the finale of my Curse of Strahd Classic game. So I'm in my third Curse of Strahd campaign done, and hopefully my last Curse of Strahd campaign done. And then Thursday we'll be back here. So anybody have any announcements before we adjourn?
Thank you, though.
All right, great. I hope everybody has a good week, good weekend, and we'll continue this next time.
Great game, guys.
All
Thank you.
right.
Have a good one.
Thanks for running. And thanks everyone for tuning in. Catch you next time.